Wow. Welcome to episode 2 of He Smoke.
She Don't.
It's your boy Gene, Yus
And Latina Marie.
So, we back with perspectives. Once again, just to refresh y'all what this podcast is about, I am a single man, no kids, and I smoke a lot of weed.
I'm a married woman, 4 kids, and weed stinks.
And so,
just so you know.
We bring in a lot of topics to y'all with different perspectives. Maybe it can spark something in your brain, or you can find something in between that we talking about that you like, oh, I agree with them, but I don't agree with them. Or just give you something funny to look at and pass your day by.
So today we are on 3 topics of, what you call it? Wraparound? The wraparound?
These are the times you remind me that you're a mom. These are the times that you remind
It's not,
me of.
what's it called?
Spin the block.
Oh, spin the block.
So.
I've actually never.
You've never heard that?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Like, if somebody like, would you spin the block? Well, that's the topic. Spinning the block on an ex. Is it okay? Is it not okay? What's your thoughts on it? That's what we're going to be tackling in relationships today.
We're going to be talking about Mr. Anthony Edwards. He seems to be a very inspiring, positive figure to the league.
Yeah.
And the more like I'm hearing about him and seeing him, it's just, I don't watch sports. I don't even care about sports, but he makes me want to be like, what's going on in sports?
He's a breath of fresh air.
Probably.
And his authenticity just makes you want to watch him.
Because I feel like the last person that I heard about deep in sports was, what's his name?
Kobe?
Steph Curry.
Oh, okay. I thought you was...
I'm not that bad.
R.I.P. Bean.
Right.
Crazy, right?
Man.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. But even with him, I wasn't like trying to, I didn't care that much.
You didn't dive too deep into it. Yeah.
And what else we got? Oh, so y'all know Vinny and Pauly loving the chocolates.
This was news to me. When
loving
you sent it to me, I was like, but even when they was talking about like the producers and how they were, I was like, it went.
I mean, that makes sense to me though.
Really?
Yeah, because why? Why would MTV want to show that Italians love Black women?
I'll feel it.
And I get it. And I'm going to Italy in October, so
and you know what's crazy? I feel like that's just an American thing.
Yeah.
Because the more that I travel outside of the U.S., I'm like, y'all really love the dark skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's all racist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't seen that out of Asians yet. They be hit or miss sometimes.
I think it depends on what Asian country you go to.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I would say it depends on what Asian country you go to, because I know a few Vietnamese Asians, and they seem to love us. Which I was kind of surprised.
I've been with some Asians, so like I know they.
I've never been with an Asian, but I keep telling her, if we don't work out, my next husband gonna be Asian.
I can't stay.
His is too though.
He said,
yeah. So okay. That's how much alike we are. So I don't think we're gonna get a divorce. I said it like I was
like y'all had some Asian people waiting for y'all in the wings or something. Y'all gonna have to get over it, because now I don't
think it's gonna happen.
So that's what we got on the scope for y'all today. But before we get there, I am once again the toker, smoker, and the joker. I don't choke. I don't choke nobody. I am not. No domestic violence or abuse will come from me ever. But once again, I
didn't mean it that way.
Okay, but in the bedroom, yeah, you right. You right. Go ahead, okay? But once again, I am the smoker. So today, and I'm an advocate for smoking different types of weed. Last week, I had the traditional joint. This week, I'm smoking on the pen. Next week, you might see me having some wax or It just don't depend. I'm an advocate for smoking all of the things THC wise. Don't just go out smoking anything.
Hey, smoke your brains out.
Hitting up a crack pipe saying, he said smoke. Nope, I didn't.
I might be the worst person. Like, I'll get somebody to do some drugs that I'm supposed to be doing. I don't even smoke.
And why are you proud of that?
And I will get somebody to do some drugs they ain't supposed to be touching. Like,
bro, you know you want
you know you want it.
But yeah, today I'm smoking on Rainbow Belt. That's you see that?
Rainbow Belt.
Bro, weed names just sound so inviting. And then once you hit them, like this one, it gives you like that euphoric, calming feeling. Now it really give you the munchies too much, make you want to go sleep more than munchies. But it just invites you in, and it's like a warm hug. As soon as you hit it, you're just like.
I agree. The names make you very curious. Then you smell it and you be like, never mind.
And you know what's crazy? When I first, like, I can taste fruity flavors in this.
I feel like it would just be tainted.
What?
Whatever fruit you think you tasted. Because I know you don't know you tasted fruit. You think you tasted some fruit. You ain't tasted nothing.
No, I'm telling you, it's like a citrusy taste. But
with the smell, I feel like that's gonna taste nasty.
But it doesn't taste how it smells. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I won't find out, but that's nice to know.
That's good.
Yeah, so if you out there looking for something to just a strain looking calm you down, and they got it in flower too. It is not just a pen thing, but if you're looking for a strain to calm you down.
What's a flower?
Flower is the bud, like the actual weed.
I thought you said the butt.
See, it's like you know she don't smoke. She don't know none of the terminology at all. But I love it because I can teach you a thing or two, you know?
I'll learn it and forget it tomorrow. You'll bring it up again and I'll be like, what? What are we talking about?
Yeah, okay. We're moving on. So, spinning the block on an ex. Yes, no, maybe so. Is it okay? Is it situational? Why are you looking at me like
because
that?
I know we said to think about this and I chose not to.
Oh.
I
So you want to go through those thoughts right here now?
Yes.
Okay.
So I did not take the time to think about this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just about to ask, so do you want me to go first or you trying to kick it off still? All right. Because I did think about it.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a situational thing for me.
Okay.
But 9 times out of 10, no. Nah.
Okay. If I was in a position to be going back to an ex, which is like single,
mm-hmm.
It depends on who it is.
Okay.
Now, is spinning the block just sex, or is it like having a relationship? Oh, no. Yeah. No.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
No.
And
I don't think any of my exes are worthy of another chance.
Definitely not.
Maybe we can be friends. Like, if you want to be in my life, we can be like...
I can be friends with it.
Yeah.
And now, that's one of those things, like, it depends on who you are. Some exes, like, I don't want shit to do with you. No ex I would...
There's only one.
There's no ex I would want to spin the block with. None. Yeah. There's some exes I would still be friends with. Like, when it ended, it was still mutual enough and we was cordial enough to where I know that. And, like, the bond that we had, the connection that we had was still heavy enough and deep enough to where we can be friends.
There's only one ex that I would be like, kick rocks with no shoes on.
Damn.
Because, and I feel like if any of y'all are watching or listening to this, you know exactly who you are. But as I'm saying it, I feel like they all think it's them.
Did you make them all feel like they wasn't shit with you?
No, or? He definitely, yeah. So he kick fucking rocks with no shoes on. You know what you did. But yeah, the rest of
Do I
them,
know that one?
yeah,
Is that the
I got
one
pregnant.
that is it?
No, I got pregnant.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But the rest of them, I really wouldn't be like, I would probably have sex with all of them again, but I would never want a relationship with them again. But we can be in each other's lives.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have sex with all of them again. Just thinking about the sex with all of them.
And I was gonna say, like,
It ain't
it wasn't
always,
like, yep,
all of them wasn't.
yeah, no, in the past,
Yeah.
how many exes do you have?
Exes, like relationships?
Yeah, like relationships.
Okay, so 3. I was gonna count Jamal, but no,
Okay.
3.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not. When did you get married? How old were you?
2000. I was 22.
Oh, okay.
So 2012.
Because I was gonna say I've been in 5 relationships, but I'm 32.
Yeah.
And so I was about to say 3 or.
Well, 4 counting my husband, but
Oh, then yeah, that's not bad.
3
That's not
exes.
bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
But like situationships.
Too many.
Yeah. I mean, not.
And I'm talking about just pure exes.
Yeah, pure exes is just 3. And yeah, no, I don't think. Because I'm trying to think about, like, for real exes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is just them 3.
I just feel like exes are for a certain use. Like, after we're done, you're for a certain use.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we got to be complete. I mean, I do think we need to be completely out of each other's lives, but if something comes up where you might, because of, and then once again, depending on what ex it is or who it is, because like I said, I got an ex, I wouldn't, I mean, yeah, I would consider her a friend, but we don't talk but every couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always like meaningful something for our lives that we had a perspective about because we know each other that way.
I mean, one of my exes, I feel like he was a friend, and this is the only person that I had ever actually was. I mean, my intentions were to be with him, but we did start off as friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if he ever came back and was like, I miss our friendship.
You were gonna,
Yeah.
I feel that.
But again, only if I was single.
Yeah.
In my marriage, no, I wouldn't. Because for what? So.
Right. That's how I feel too.
And the thing is, we started off as friends, but we obviously had something. So
right.
We can't, clearly we can't just be friends.
Yeah. And that's how I be feeling too, like, because we passed that line.
Right. So if I'm with somebody, then no. But if I'm single, then yeah, we can be friends. Mm-hmm. And if you try to go forward, we can fuck, but then be on your business.
And that's why I feel like that, because I'm single. That's why me and her are friends, because I believe she's married.
Okay.
But we're never on nothing like that. It's literally platonic.
Married?
I think all of them are.
Jesus Christ. None of mine are. None of mine are. One is in prison.
And see, I'll be...
Actually, I think 2 of them is in jail. I think 2. I'm not sure about the other one, but one I know.
Crazy.
How you gonna tell me that if you find out I'm even talking to somebody else, like, fuck the fact that you think I'm fucking someone else.
Yeah, just talking to somebody else.
You gonna kill me?
And then it's even crazier
that you in prison for murder, sir. What's going on? And here I am laughing, like, okay, ha ha ha, you so funny. Hanging up on him, like, that's the worst thing you can do to somebody with an anger problem. Hang up on somebody.
You lucky he didn't show up at your crib.
My gosh.
You lucky he didn't show up at your crib.
Because I used to be into the M Live news. Like, I used to check it quite frequently. And that popped up. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
That's nuts.
So I could have been dead.
You could have been done for.
Because my man's really did find out I was talking to someone else. So
That's wild.
yeah, and then I have
what I
another.
was even gonna say now.
Yeah, and another one. I think he might be in jail for just stupid stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
A whole
life.
So you wouldn't spin the block?
I think I would have to think about that one. I think.
Hey, bro, like,
can you come visit me?
No, because if I ever went to prison, I'm letting you go. Like, I would not do that to you.
But and what's crazy is he's the type of person that if he had my number, he would be calling me.
What?
For what? Dude, we broke up because you cheated on me and had a baby. Why are you calling me?
But you were still a free man when that happened. And there was no chance of us getting back together.
At all. Now, I will say I did technically spin the block with him because like 2 or 3 years after we broke up, he called me and
But was y'all trying again, or was it just fun times?
It was just.
See, that don't count then. Yeah. I'm meaning like you really want to try again with this.
No, I don't think I would actually ever try again with anybody.
Not one. Friends, certain ones, and I wouldn't sleep with all of them either.
Yeah, I don't even think that I would. If me and Alvin didn't work out, I don't even think I would try again with him. Like if we were like for real done.
Yeah. And that's how I be feeling.
Because for what?
Yeah.
If we take the time to be done, we're done.
Then we don't need, we ain't got nothing to talk about or say.
Because I've taken breaks with relationships. So it's like when that happened, then I'm willing to try again and see if or continue to try and see if we can make it work. But if we no, it's nothing here, then it ain't nothing here.
Right. And like, once again, I think exes can be of certain use because, like, how we was having that conversation about my dad and the influence that he had on us. But I told you that ex, she had a conversation with him that I never knew what it was about, but that was so influential to who I was and just the closure that I needed about us and things like that. And I told you I reached out, and her response was like, I think it would be disrespectful to my fiance if we met up, because I was just like, hey, it was Mother's Day, so I was like, hey, happy Mother's Day to you.
We had that conversation before Mother's Day?
Yeah. Oh. I was waiting a minute. I was like, I wanted to make sure I was going to reach out. But I was like, this might seem random, but I have wanted to ask for the past couple of years because it's just been on my head. Do you think we could ever meet up for coffee or lunch or something? She was like, I do think it would be disrespectful to my fiance, but no hard feelings. Hope all is well. I was like, all right, no worries. And it was so crazy. I don't know why. And first of all, I was going to say, because we never got into a conversation, like she don't know what I hit her up for, I hope she's not thinking like, oh, he won back, yeah. Because that definitely ain't that.
But see,
go ahead.
No, finish.
I was gonna say that, and just from getting that response from her, it told me everything that I needed to know.
I feel like because a lot of people say that is disrespectful to meet up with an ex to have a conversation for closure, or if they ask, you don't even know what they're calling for. I don't think it is.
Me neither. Because I'm not trying to be a threat to nothing you got going on. I really wish you the best.
But even if you are, the disrespect comes when you make a decision that you shouldn't be making.
And that's what I was thinking in my head. Like, is it because you would be tempted, or and I don't want to put that, but for whatever reason, I'm not trying to be a threat to nothing you got
because
going
I honestly don't think that outsiders can be disrespectful to somebody's relationship.
Right.
Because even if I know that you're with someone and I push up on you, it's on you if that happens.
Right.
It's not me.
Right.
So the only disrespect that's happening is coming from you because that's your situation.
Right.
So if if I call an ex and he's like, well, no, because I got my girl, that's fine. You can say no. I'm not saying that you have to say yes, but don't say it's because you feel like that's disrespectful.
This is what, like when I was saying that answer gave me everything I needed to know, is because of that exactly. When we were completely officially done, I was living in California. I was talking to this girl Air. Obviously she don't know that or whatever, but out of nowhere I just get a call from her, and she's basically asking for that closure. Like, I guess her and some dude she was talking to or dating were breaking up, and she was like, you know me the best, and I just need somebody to talk to or vent to. And so I'm like, all right, I'm here for you. Yeah. Go ahead, I'll be there, because of what I thought we had when we were together. Right. And even at the end of the first time she did it, I'm like, listen, I am still trying to get over you. Like, I do want to be there for you, even in the future. Like, maybe when it's a little less harder for me to have these conversations, because it's still not even easy to hear about you with somebody else. But, like, can you just try? Like, if you absolutely have to call me, go ahead. But if you can try not to, please. And I still got, like, maybe one or two more of those calls. And I'm like, I'm still going to be there for you. But even them calls put certain shit on my head, and me and Air didn't end up working out, because I'm like, maybe I'm not over this like I thought I was. Right. And so then I reached out for that type of closure to even realize what that was. And she was just dead cold. Like, nope, I can't be there for you. I can't do this. I'm like,
but where was that when,
And so now reaching out this time, once again, that happening, like, you probably never could have even cared about my feelings like you said you did, or care, because no matter what happened, I just wanted you to be okay. It don't have to be nothing with us. You didn't even give a fuck about what my situation was. You didn't care if it was disrespectful.
Did she ever ask?
No.
She didn't ask if you were talking to somebody else?
Nope. But I was just happy to be there for you. I was happy to care about you.
I can't say that there is no care for what your feelings were. I just think...
Well, not when the whole conversation about you and making you okay.
I mean, that was her reason to calling.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's her reason to calling.
What?
That was why she called you.
No, and I know that. So if this whole conversation about you can't be thinking about how I feel about this.
Just as a girl, I feel like, because I would do stuff like that, calling, talking about myself, hoping you would bring it back to us. And I know that seems like I can't read your mind. I don't know that you want, like, clearly you don't know that I want you to do that. But I just know that, and not like a mind game, but
because I kind of thought that, I kind of just a tiny bit thought it was that, until back then I reached out for that and you ice cold. So
I don't know what that would be, unless it was like you didn't pick up my hint. But
I mean, it could have been that.
But that's not how you would how you should react to that.
And like I said, from what I thought we had when we were together, like we had those type of conversations, like no matter where life take us, and I meant it. Yeah, and it's okay that you didn't, but I was under the impression that you did.
Did you though?
I would still.
No, I mean, I know you meant it, but like if she wasn't that way, and she was calling, like just trying to have, like, hey, what you doing? Catch up every once in a while, even with you being in another relationship, she would have been okay with that.
Yeah. Because I was even gonna say that earlier. When you were saying, Alvin, like I forgot what you said. But something along the lines, because I was going to say, even any relationship I get into, I don't want them to feel threatened by that. Right. Because once again, I never want to be with an ex, but at that time in my life, the certain connection that we had is still a part of me. Right. Like, that still matters.
Like people don't understand
and that's in a way that you can never know me. Yeah. You didn't know me then at that time. And sometimes, and I mean just very rarely, sometimes that person might understand it more. They might be able to help me with, and I'm not going to be in that place forever. So once again, you don't have to be threatened by that or anything. And that's why I was saying I think exes are of certain use.
Yeah, and I'm take it back. another reason why I feel like it's not disrespectful, if you take the time to even answer what I said to you, because it was a text, if you didn't have to respond. So if you really felt like it was disrespectful for y'all to be talking, why did you respond? Because my thing is, if I feel like it's disrespectful, I'm going to show my partner and be like, hey, this is what he said. I'm not saying nothing because I ain't got nothing to say to him. And I want to show you that I respect what we got going on. But you said something.
Right.
You think it was him?
Could have been. I don't care. But once again, I didn't care.
I think I'm the only one who think crazy shit like that.
No, because it crossed my mind, but it doesn't matter to me so much that I didn't care.
Because I had an ex reach out once while I was married, and I responded as if I was my husband. Like, she can't talk to you. She married, she happy, leave her alone.
Because and how much I didn't care, I was going to be like, you want me to ask him if it's okay?
Or he can come.
Right. Like, I really meant, and then once again, like, getting that response, I got everything that I needed from it.
For sure. I definitely feel like you only feel like it's disrespectful because there's feelings there that you still have. And this is just speculation, but I do feel like there are feelings there that you still have. And instead of just saying, like, this is still too close to me.
Right.
I'm about to get married. I can't do this.
Yeah.
That would have been a more appropriate, honest answer.
And see, my thing was, I don't think it's disrespectful at all, but I do think it would have been more disrespectful after you get married.
Right.
I'm trying to take care of this before you walk down the aisle.
Right, yeah.
But
I mean, I don't think it really matters when, because again, I think people need to stop acting like closure is not necessary, because you may be fine. That's fine.
Right.
But if you cared about me at all,
and that's what I was saying. Like, you would at least just be like, all right, maybe we can't meet up, but what's up?
Yeah,
is everything okay?
Right.
Like,
I can call you right now. I'm letting you know my fiance is sitting right here.
That response gave me everything I needed to know.
Because
and it's hard to change my mentality about you.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I just don't like, because there are a few times that I have reached out to exes to try to get some closure, and some friends that I tried to get some closure from. And it was like, because they had moved on, I should have moved on. But why?
Right.
We never talked. We never figured it out. There's one.
But like I said, and I can believe she did. I gave you that.
All the stairs.
That's why I love having it out here. There's
one ex that I still want to get some closure from. But again, I think he's in jail. So not going to happen.
And I feel like that's our right to want that.
Yeah.
And
because I just want to know, like, especially when I have issues.
But it's going to help you.
Right. When I have issues in my current relationship, could it be me? Because I'm looking at it like it's him, but could it be me?
No, and that's exactly what I was on.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I really hope she wasn't thinking like
that I want to get right.
I'm like,
right.
And that's why I didn't push it too much either.
Right.
Because I feel like the more I push, you really gonna think that
for sure.
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Because I'm not a therapist, but I feel like if someone came in my office, I would definitely, and they're telling me that they're trying to change and become a better person, I would definitely tell them to reach out to old people in their lives. It ain't necessarily got to be an ex or...
You know what's crazy?
Somebody told you that?
My therapist.
No. Well, my therapist told me that I should be a therapist, so...
And I feel like more empathy is needed. And the thing is, like, especially in those type of relationships, if I've been there for you, the least you can do is, oh my gosh, what?
It depends on the person.
Oh, and like I said, definitely. But it's if we're talking about especially you, I would say we've made it further than any of our other exes besides who you're with now.
Yeah.
And so once again, the connection that we had was clearly what I thought was
Right.
somewhat. I'm not reaching out to everybody else needing that type of closure or anything.
Right. I just think more empathy depends on the person, because I feel like I am too empathetic with people sometimes. Like, I get ran over for the fact that I'm so willing to figure out what it was, what happened, and I'll give you another chance to fix it.
Now that I was gonna say, I think that's where you mess up, because I'm like that. I'm cool with trying to figure it out, what happened, and moving on. Not trying it again. That's the thing. Not trying it again.
I have a hard time moving on. So that really is why I wouldn't spin the block, because once I do, because of how hard it is for me to move on,
I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah,
shit.
right. Yeah, fucking right.
That's how I be.
When I think about the work that has to be put into friendships, relationships,
Right.
and for somebody to not give you the door to close it,
Fuck you up.
like, what did we do all this for?
Fuck you up. And I just mean, like, as people.
Right.
Like, as just human beings.
Yeah, even family
I thought you
relationships.
were better than that.
Right.
Like, once again, that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning for sure about myself that I'll be caring too much.
I wouldn't say that, because, like, it sounded like we're a lot alike in that department, but that's why I say I think people just need more empathy, because I'm also the person that can just walk away quicker than you can, and I can say, fuck you, I can, like, but I still, if we've had that type of connection, and I mean, like you were saying, old friendships, that we were super, super close. Bro, if you reach out, you ever need it, and I don't care as long as we didn't establish that there's beef there, if we got a problem with each other, I care about you as a human being.
And maybe I agree, because I definitely feel like more empathy needs to come to me.
Oh, for sure.
Like, and I don't know if I'm just attracting people who just don't give a fuck, but it feels like everybody in my life.
I feel like it's hard too, especially after a lot of people don't know how there's maturity that comes with that.
Yeah.
And so it's just
and forgiveness is just like
a huge thing. Yeah.
I might just
not just attracting people that don't.
I'm just attracting assholes. Like, y'all can stay the fuck away from me.
No, it's definitely not that.
I ain't got time for it no more.
Definitely not that. But it make you think.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Because
like I said, it'd be hard to change your mind. It's like, damn.
But not even just with like assholes. Like, I'll be thinking about the type of guys that be hitting on me, and it just be like, is there only one type of weirdo that likes me? Like, nobody with money thinks I'm attractive. Like, nobody with a mansion that they want to give away want to be my friend.
You're
like,
in the wrong place for that, because I got so many sugar mama offers.
I be thinking that too. Like,
I got so many.
I think maybe it's my.
And I thought 2, 3, 4 times about it. I'm like,
you didn't?
Nah.
See, this is where
it's not they're not the most attractive women.
I don't give a flying fuck. You want to pay me to look at you?
It's not just look at you. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
The only thing I couldn't do is someone super old or fat. I can't do super old, and I can't not find your piece. If I can't get to you, then we can't do this, sir. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
And
I don't got time to be going through wrinkles.
And I've been around enough money.
Or rolls.
You. Nah, I've been around enough money to where you can't just have that.
I'm sure.
So
I'm sure.
Like, no.
I mean, he can be old. He just can't be.
I'm saying I have to be at least attracted to you.
I can find some attraction.
See,
I can find it. If you gonna pay my bills, I ain't never gotta work.
See, okay.
You got the most pretty ears I've ever seen.
But this is probably the first time where we've had opposite perspectives.
Yeah, because I definitely...
But do you think that's come from being a stay-at-home mom, having kids now, like you're just how you think now?
No. When I was single, I felt this way. Oh, I would have, he just can't be super old, and I gotta be able, I'm not digging through a bunch of roles. Like, I can find something to like about you. Something. Man, your hands are just...
You trying to make fun of my kneecaps?
Hey, your kneecaps is out here, bro. Give me that $50,000.
That's wild, because I'm like, just the fact that you can pay my bills is not enough for me.
Now, I will say that if you're not initially attractive to me, it's probably not going to happen, because I'm not going to approach you or let you talk to me because you're...
Yeah.
So maybe that's the problem. That's why I'm broke.
Because you're going up to the wrong niggas.
I'm trying to talk to cute now. Cute men ain't got no money. It's the ugly men who paying bills. And I didn't know that.
Bet you learn your lesson now.
Man.
Yeah. So...
Alvin, if this don't work out and you find me with somebody ugly, you know why.
Oh, my gosh. So a no on spending the block.
Yeah, more than likely.
And it's a no.
Unless he had money. Which they don't.
Shut up.
They don't. So, no.
Yeah, it's a no for me.
That is actually a good point. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, if they had money, I might try again.
You're serious?
Yeah, because someone was there at first, so... And now you got money.
Everything changes.
We can fix it. We can figure it out. We liked each other at one point.
I don't give a damn how rich you get. You stank before you stink.
No, we gonna figure it out. You got money? Oh, you got money. Especially if he came up to me, flashing, dressed how I like, with money.
I mean, and I will say that's enough change. Like I'll say, like if you got money now, like enough has changed about you.
You've got your shit together.
But it's still, nope, not for me.
I mean, I would, but then if I find out that you are pretty much the same, then bye.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I was gonna say I think it's different for men and women, but no.
No, I think if women have money, then they really did get their shit together. If men have money, they got their shit together, but they can still be they still don't see what the problem was.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, it's a no.
It's a no. It's a no. Y'all can go ahead and tell us how y'all feel about that.
Leave it down in the comments, and we might read some of them.
I'm gonna read them. She never.
I'm gonna laugh at some of them.
Definitely gonna do that.
Because people be funny.
Definitely gonna do that. But all right, so stoners and sobers can agree that they wouldn't spend the block.
I really don't think nobody would. I mean, I know people have, but
I think it's like when you done, you done. But that's why I say stoners and sobers can agree.
Yeah,
we together on that one.
I accidentally
pound for unity.
I'm back at it, but what's her name?
Who? Simone Biles?
Yeah. If I would have scrolled, I would have.
I was about to say. Oh, we're hiring AV people?
Right. Just real quick, since we're about to transition to sports.
Oh, yeah.
And I know this is kind of not hot topic no more. All that crap about her husband. You know who her husband is?
He's a football player, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe
that's the point. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But he on podcast talking about y'all should be referring to her as his wife. Why? Nobody knows who you are.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And she was there. Then she had the nerve to get on social media trying to defend it. Like,
I mean, but
I get it because you his
that's her
wife, but
right, that's her husband.
you know good and well
But
that don't nobody know who this man is.
I have always said, like, just me, and you can give me your perspective too. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm gonna support you in public always,
For sure.
no matter what, even
For
if you're
sure.
saying the wrong thing, and correct you in private.
But he
So we
clearly don't
know-
feel that way.
Huh?
He clearly don't feel that way.
No, but I'm saying, like, we don't know if they've had that talk or what,
I hope so.
what happened behind closed doors. So that's why
They
wouldn't
better
say
have
it.
had that.
And the
talk.
thing is, if she's coming to defend him, they clearly talking behind closed doors. And
Yeah.
y'all need to mind your business.
I get that. I just the nerve. Like,
I
you
don't
really
feel like
got
that.
on a public
They're
platform
public figures.
and said that you were why she's famous. But
Now,
no one knows who you are.
Did he say that she is why?
He said
he is
that
why she's
everyone
famous?
needs to be referring to him as I don't even know my man's name.
But right, but
I'm going to say Jonathan. I believe his name is Jonathan. I'm quite certain his name is Jonathan. Jonathan sounds like a dickhead who would say some shit like this. Because
you know what it's short for Jonathan? Joe.
Joe said that everybody should be saying Joe's wife versus Simone Biles' husband.
But does that mean, did he say?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay,
so I don't
this
know.
is
But
what
that translates to I'm famous and
I
you
know it
not.
don't be mattering out there to the internet world and y'all like short clips and context. You don't.
Yeah, that's what it is.
about.
And I probably should have watched the whole thing.
Because that's what I'm saying. Did he say she's only famous because of me?
In that sentence he did.
No, and see that. No,
In those
he didn't.
words, probably not.
No, he didn't.
Probably
the thing
not.
is that.
But he said he was the now I did see that clip. He said he was the catch and that she would drive 45 minutes to come see him. Like, cool. She liked you.
Mhm.
Why are you shitting on her?
That's not shitting on her. And you know what's crazy? When I was asking you if you've ever dated down,
She definitely married
I
down.
feel like I've dated down a lot, but I'm not.
I know all of this look a mess.
But I'm not shitting on my exes, just saying that I was the catch.
No, not by saying that you're the catch. It's the context. There was more being said, but it's like he was making it seem like he had no interest in her.
I think
She DM'd
seen
him
what interview
first.
you were talking about, but he said he was unaware of who she was.
And lies, my man.
How do you know? You don't know what's coming into his scope of view.
I've never watched the Olympics ever. And I've never seen a gymnastic meet ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who she is.
But you're also a black woman. And I mean, like, her...
and he's a black man.
No, I'm saying for, like, her empowerment for women. And
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm saying
that
there's
stuff,
more,
yeah,
there are
that
more
stuff
ways
started
that
coming
would have
up.
came
Yeah.
across your eyes than his. You can't... once again, if I don't know, I can't say for sure.
I mean, yeah.
He could not known who she was.
You're right,
for
because
real.
I do like
Especially
figure
gymnastics.
skating, and I don't know none of them. Couldn't tell you.
See?
Other than, what's her name? Tanya.
I really don't know.
And the only reason I don't know her is because they made a movie about her.
I really don't know.
Couldn't tell you one figure skater if they came up to me and said they was one.
So how can you say that
he's lying?
Women, I want you to see how difficult y'all are.
He's
sometimes.
lying.
You can put it right.
I gave you every reason why he wasn't lying, but he's lying.
But once again, I'm not saying that your perspective is wrong. He could have been saying it 100% like that. But if I don't know, I can't say. And it makes it more of a speculation on him saying it like that when his wife is coming to his defense.
I just feel like what I did, like social, like media stuff of her, her team hangs out with a lot of, I think he plays basketball.
I don't know.
But they hang out with a lot of sports people.
Yeah.
Which would be obvious. Right. You are a B list player because nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Your team don't even know if you play for them. Like, don't
do my man.
No, don't do her.
You don't know. And see, but even that energy is coming at him, and you still have no clue.
He was lying. You can't, there would be nothing, and I mean it, there is nothing that could convince me that you had absolutely no idea who she was. Like, you've never heard her name. Nothing.
No, and I'm saying, like, he could have, but if...
Now, it's fine if you didn't follow her and you wouldn't...
No,
that's just like Raven Simone's wife. It did come out, or I guess people twisted her words. What she said is that she didn't watch That's So Raven growing up. Now, I can see that. But she knows who Raven Simone is. To get on a platform and be like, I ain't never heard of her before. You're lying. Raven Simone? You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. That's what little girls are made of. You don't know her. You're lying. You're lying.
Latina,
so I was happy that she corrected people when she was like, no, I know who she was. I just didn't watch That's So Raven.
Yeah.
And I feel that. I get it. Some people didn't like That's So Raven. I don't know what's wrong with you, but
I can't judge my man if I don't know.
You're a liar. You tell lies.
I can't judge my man if I don't know. But that's, hey.
God wanted me to say that because that came up on my screen accidentally, so that was from the Lord.
But like, was it like his body language?
I think that's, I think.
What was it give?
It was giving like,
impression?
It was like he was talking to his friends without her there, which cool, you're that comfortable, and clearly y'all have a good relationship because you are talking like this in front of her, and you know this is about to go out to the world,
right?
But it was like if you hooked up with a girl that you don't have interest in and you're telling your boys about it. That was the vibe it was given. Like, yeah, she'd be driving 45 minutes to come see me. Like, sorry you're a bum and she wanted to see you. Like, I don't know what to say. You don't got a car, sir. What am I supposed to do?
Why my guy gotta be all that?
But that's exactly where my mind goes.
Yeah.
He could have the world's nicest car.
Yeah.
But you talking like the way you talking. And then that's what makes women be like, I don't want to try. Because I'll be agreeing with you in all the way up into the point of he a bum.
No, I mean, yeah, my man clearly not. But his wife defended him.
Yeah, I feel that for real. I do. I do,
and that'd be like the
and like I said,
bottom line.
Because people were saying that too.
Bottom line. That'd be it.
People were saying that over. Too. Like,
you still talk about it. I'll play. People
were saying that, like, y'all can't be mad if she's okay with it. Which I'm not mad. I'm just like, damn, you don't sound like you love her. Like, that don't sound like love to me. I guess that's where it comes from. Like, you're lying. You're lying. But let's get on to a good A-list player.
Oh my God. You gonna stop. If his name is Jonathan, I apologize about her.
I don't know what my man's name is.
But if it is, I apologize.
I don't know what her new last name is.
I don't either. I'm going to research it though. Next week, we going to have... Nope, we can move on. But next week, I got you, Johnny.
Johnny Tsunami. Johnny Bravo.
No, he was the man.
Johnny
I
Bravo
miss cartoons like that.
Man,
they don't make
cartoons
them like that
ain't
no more.
nothing.
Hell no.
TV ain't nothing.
I be hearing about Gabby Diehouse. I be like, what the hell is this?
Man, Talina was just watching that the other day with Vaughn, and Gabby's getting older. And I was like, they're going to have to change her out soon. Like,
see, that's the problem. Johnny Bravo ain't never aged.
Right.
He's the same man the whole time.
So what's going on with my man's Edwards?
All right, so no sweep happening. And once again, we were talking about him earlier, and he's just a humble, very inspiring figure. And so even the other night, somebody had asked me, they was like, who you going for? And I was like, literally, strictly because of him, I want the Timberwolves to win.
They're what state?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Minneapolis.
Okay.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. But I want them to win because I feel like he deserves it. Now, I know he got a long career ahead of him. He's going to have, well, hopefully he has multiple chances to get a ring or whatnot. And I feel like the Mavs is a better team. Luka and Kyrie together, they going to do damage. But
this is first year?
No, I think this is third year.
Okay.
Yeah, third year. So, he's, even if he played for 10 years, you're going to have at least, and you're not in your prime, you're going to get better.
Right. Because he's only 22.
That's it.
How early do people be playing? 18?
They used to. Like, I was actually watching Kevin Garnett's documentary the other day.
Okay.
And he was the first player to come straight out of high school.
Okay.
And so if you graduated when you were 17, you probably got to get your parents' signature or whatever on the contract, but you could go straight from high school then.
Yeah.
But then they implemented this rule. I think it might have been 2008, 2000. I forgot, somewhere around there. But you got to at least play 1 year of college basketball before you can come out.
See, stuff like that is dumb.
Why? I think it is.
I'm ready right now.
Because, and you know what's crazy? Kevin Garnett, like, while watching this documentary, he was like, I was always good at basketball. I tried hard in school. It just wasn't
right
for me. And he kept on trying to pass the SATs, is it? Mm-hmm. Because to play for college and get it, you got to have certain scores. And he just couldn't pass it. Like, he would take it over, study, take it over.
Some people just ain't good at remembering stuff and stuff that they don't care about.
But he was like, he was just giving me a hell of a hard time. And my family is broke. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And then
you got to pay for this.
I don't know. But one day he was playing pickup ball. He went to the gym. He played pickup ball, and he was in Chicago. So that Michael Jordan, a bunch of players happened to be there. And he was tall, big, and ready to go. So they called him down to play a game. And Isaiah Thomas was a GM for, I forgot what team at the time. But he saw him playing pickup, hanging with Jordan and Pippen and all these guys. And he was like, yo, like, you're good enough to play with these guys.
Right.
He was like, you could be playing with them soon, like next week. And Kevin Garnett was like, what? He was like, yeah, straight out of high school, you could go into. And he was like, once I heard that, it was a wrap. I'm going straight to the league. And you know what's crazy? The day that he entered the NBA draft, he passed the SAT.
You know how mad I would be?
He was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to the NBA. But he was like, but save it so my kids can
right.
see
I would be so mad. Like, when it mattered, I couldn't pass.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can, I believe it's dumb too. Because if you got a chance to change your life.
Because it's just, school is not for everybody.
No, not at all.
And minus that, forget all that. You could be a perfectly good student and be playing college, whatever sport, and get hurt. Now I've lost my chance to get into the big league because I had to go to college.
Right.
And I feel like in college it's more likely that you'll get hurt. I don't know why, but my brain thinks that in college it's more likely that you'll get hurt. Just because it seems like there's a lot more more in organizations to make sure that the NBA and the FEL.
But that's what I was
saying, like, don't get hurt. FEL. The FEL.
But no, I agree, because even in like college, say one team, there's only 2 or 3 guys who are going to go pro from there.
Right.
So that means everybody that's on the court or everybody that's on the field, they might have an unorthodox way of playing or could not have incentive to fuck you up. Because like I'm not going pro. Like, piss me off in the wrong way, and now your career is over. Like, and I'm just saying anything. Not hopefully that never happens.
And I can understand if the bigger leagues feel like, well, yes, you're good on your high school team, but you've been playing with these same people for so long. How will you play with new people? I get if you want to see that, but
they have combines
tryouts and all that stuff.
They got combines and stuff like, and
make me go through that for a year, versus
because he said once he applied for the NBA draft, he went to a workout, and Pat Riley was like, he walked in. That was the coach of. Forgot who at the time. Fuck. He's the owner or GM owner of the Heat now. Okay. But he walked in and he was like, all right, let's get this shit started. I don't even know why the fuck we're here looking at a high school kid. Like, let's go. But Kevin Garnett was like, oh, okay. And showed out. Right. And Pat Riley was like, afterwards was like, all right, young fella. Like, and that's it. Like, if you got it, you got it.
Right. I don't like people like that, though.
I mean, it could have, but it could.
It could have been a strategy.
I was gonna say I've learned, especially a guy in that position. I want to see what this does to your mental, because the guys on the other team is gonna be like this. Yeah. This bum on the court. What we playing for? Are you gonna run for?
Oh, my man's gotta be.
Shut up. Shut up. I knew you was. But yeah, I can understand that tactic in that way, and it showed you what he was made of. Now, once again, if it is a high school kid...
really make me mad. Because, like, when people be explaining stuff to me about, like, how it works, I just be like, is there no women up there? And this got to be all men running everything.
I mean, it's...
Because some of these rules don't be making sense.
It's majority. And that's even getting huge, too. Like, women are breaking a lot of barriers. Like, Becky Hammond, she's a head coach in the WNBA now.
Oh, that's not who I thought what you was about to say.
What?
Who's the girl isn't there a girl playing right now that's doing really good?
Caitlin Clark.
Okay. I thought it was Becky.
I just knew it was a white girl name. But no, Becky Hammond, she used to be a assistant coach on the Spurs. That's an NBA team. Okay. And like, I think it was when Pops coached, or when Coach Pops, when his wife died or he got sick or something, she stepped up as the head coach, and they was like doing well. Like, and she started to break down a lot of doors and stuff, moved to the WNBA. But that even has been a conversation. Like, yeah. And I believe it would change some things having those type of heads above a lot of and making decisions. Because
I'm just like, who made this rule to wait a year? Like, it had to be men. I feel like men are more jealous than they want to admit, especially when it comes to sports. Like,
but it usually be the ones who ain't not ever going pro. Yeah, and they know. Yeah, because I was gonna say I really don't be understanding it when, at least in college basketball, the pure format of the game is different. Like, they just play two halves.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of four quarters.
Yeah, I never understood that either. So how am I supposed to understand what it would be like playing for the NFL if this ain't even nothing like it?
Exactly. And so things like that make me wonder, like,
I thought that was just certain schools. That's all colleges? Yeah. Oh. I thought it was like, because only college games I've been to was Davenport. So I just thought it was like private schools.
No, it's all schools. It's all schools.
That's dumb.
And they didn't used to, well, it just changed now. They didn't used to want to pay these players at all. Like, NCAA games was popular, but they would come out and these players, real player stats, real players likeness, but they didn't want to pay them for it.
Right. And y'all putting them on TV and stuff, and you don't want to pay them?
And that was a big fight.
I thought they were being paid.
Now they are. Because, like, I think this is the first year. Yeah, this is the first year that NCAA football is coming back.
The first?
Yeah. But
that they're getting paid?
Yep, these guys, now you can see their name on the back of the jersey. Before that, you just had player. It's just a generic ass number because they couldn't. What? But it's their real stats. It's really them. Like, they would even do motion capture for the games.
Is that football too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's BS. And all these moms out here, y'all should have been on that.
And because that's the thing, if you're forcing me to have to go to college, right? And I can't get, where's the benefits for me?
Right.
Because, like you said, it's more risk than
and I don't know why my brain believes that.
I think so.
But I do
But it's
really think it is more
sports.
risk.
Injury is always probable.
And because if I'm in the NFL or the NBA, I can't get hurt. My mind just knows I can't get hurt. If I'm in college, I'll sit out for a year.
Right.
And I can go back and play.
Right.
But in the NFL, if you got to sit out for a year, your chances of getting back on the floor is a little harder than if you just sat out for college. So maybe that's where my brain thinks that the risk is higher, just because your mentality is not the same. You're not the knowing if I get hurt is not that serious in college. You will get back on the floor once you're healed up.
I'd say it's more serious.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can redshirt and you'll still be.
But like it's just injury. Will you be the same player?
Oh, that I get. That I mean that's going to be regardless. But I'm saying like in the NFL, if you get hurt.
Oh yeah, your time out.
Right, you could be replaced.
Yeah, that's detrimental. Yeah,
yeah, that's to your whole career.
For sure.
Whereas when in college, it's like, okay, I'm not playing this year.
Yeah,
I'll play
and
next
I can
year.
earn my spot back. Right,
because you know who's gonna be. Even if more people come in,
and in the pros, it's super political. Mm-hmm. Like I'm hearing some of these sports podcasts and behind the scenes stories and stuff, and they got like. Designated bench players got like designated minutes. You're not going over 11 minutes in a game.
What?
You can't take over 7 shots.
Do you know I would be beyond okay with that?
But you're not getting paid like these guys.
I don't need to.
Well, that's you. You don't even. Yeah. You don't even want to play. So.
For real, if
we're talking about people who have a passion for this,
I was telling Martinique that I'd be thinking about Lil Brandon, and like I just don't know anybody who had the passion to play like him.
Did,
like, and he was actually good.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
But I feel like if he really wanted to, he could just get up and do it again.
Oh, probably he probably still
he's and I don't like, and I mean personally, I don't know anybody who is that good and with that passion.
Right.
Because obviously there are people out there, but never seen nothing like him. He was.
I have.
You couldn't take the ball out of his hand.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it like that.
Yeah,
like he would literally go everywhere.
Right, like
basketball. Yeah. Kobe.
Right.
Man. And it's so crazy. Rest in peace, Bean. Once again, it's so crazy.
You keep bringing it up.
That's so. But
that's not funny.
Rest in peace, Bean. It's not. And you know what's so crazy? He was never my favorite player, but I respected him so much in his mentality.
I feel like I only know who he is because of Brandon.
Really?
Yes. Because, I mean, I don't know nobody, but there's obviously some situations to why I know who certain people are. Mm-hmm. That's
you should really dive deep into Kobe.
You know what? I would dive into anybody. That sounded weird.
I would dive into anybody.
I would do a deep dive into anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if they have documentaries or if they've been on interviews and stuff. Because I do, no matter what you do, I'm always interested in how you got there. Like, how did you start? Where did that come from? That when it comes to sports, I can do that. But but like watching the game, you got there from this, but I don't care to watch you.
It's exciting. Once again,
it is not exciting.
It is. Like
figure skating is
like
exciting.
The last game.
Do you know how dangerous that is? Especially if you with a partner and one of y'all fall.
And I honestly do believe, like, if you get into any sport, it's very interesting. You can really root and cheer for it. There's just certain sports that don't pull me, like NASCAR. I just can't. See? That's probably a sport like it.
I could watch NASCAR.
But I believe.
But it never comes to my mind. Like when you ask me, like, what kind of sports would you be into? NASCAR, never.
But I can see the appeal of it. Like I can see people going to the stadiums and watching it. Like it's just not for me.
Now, the one part of NASCAR that don't make sense to me is when they drive like the super long.
Oh,
like,
slow.
No, like they do like, I don't know. It's like so many laps that they have to do, but it goes on for a really long time.
Oh, they do like 200,
Yeah.
250 laps.
What are we doing that for? You can't figure out if I'm fast with 2 laps? Like, why do we need to do 200?
So I know more. I don't even care about. Just want to know more about it. It's like how the drivers drive, and it is over time because the tires get worn out.
Yeah.
That's why they go. And so it's about your pit crew. It's not just the driver. It's about your pit crew, your car, how it's built, the wear and tear on it, all that shit.
You can't figure out that my car is good with five laps
ain't go
10.
But
50.
But that's drag racing. Just the straightaway, the super fast. Like they got the lights fired and this thing goes red.
Oh yeah.
And then just that's what that's for.
That's boring.
It's a different sport.
Yeah, I know that's boring.
That's what NASCAR would be with 2 laps.
No.
Why not?
Because you can knock somebody out every time. So then we get down to the nitty gritty of who's actually fast.
That's not how they do it?
No.
Oh. Everybody just stays in it?
Yeah. And then whoever finished first is the winner.
I thought like after, say it was 250 laps, like after 50, the last 2 people, they get knocked out. And then after like 100.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I might be wrong. I don't watch NASCAR.
Well, now see, that's why I can't get into it.
And see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say, is there no women? Is there no women up making these rules? Because what man sat there and was like, yeah, we can do this and we can do this. And
oh, yeah.
Sir, all that ain't necessary.
Yeah.
You don't need all that.
I mean,
if it's just to make it long.
Well, I think that would definitely be the point. But you can make it more interesting if it's going to be that long.
Because don't they be like days long? Don't a race be days long?
I don't think so.
Answer the question.
Please do, because I don't know. Now, I know they have multiple races over days, like over a weekend they might have 3 races.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh,
it's
one,
like, yeah,
one
like
event, 3 races. Yeah.
And see, that ain't necessary. I mean, I don't know.
What's
basketball?
Over 7 games. Best of 7. Well, when the playoffs come. So, basketball, you get 82 regular season games. Based on those 82 seasons, say you win 50 games.
82 games?
Yeah. So you win 50 of those games, then the next team wins 48, then the next team wins 46. Then the 8 from the West and the 8 from the East, they start heading off against each other.
But everybody plays the whole time.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
No, for the regular season. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Only those 16 teams.
Everybody playing the whole 84 games is dumb.
Why?
You could have 2 people playing, 2 teams play. Whoever wins, that team, the loser team, is done. Now they go up against another team.
So you want the season to be done in a month?
Why does it need to be 5 years? I don't understand.
But you can, especially over time.
Sports wouldn't overlap if they weren't so long.
True, but that gives you more to watch.
That's why how you get kids in high school being like, I want to play football and basketball, and they can't because they would overlap.
You got to figure that out, buddy. But that's life.
I'm telling you, there's an easier way to do this. We don't have to have we ain't
got to be out here confusing the kids.
Why does it have to be a 6-month season when we can get it done in 2 weeks? Like, this is making no sense. It's a money thing. It's only money. Sure. Because there is no need to do that. You legitimately could just have the best teams playing. Mm-hmm. Knock the loser out. I'm sorry that you
but that's what the playoffs is for. Because over the 82 games, you get the best of those, and then the best of the best. And that's when the best of the 7 games start. But that's why I was saying it was exciting, because once you get there, you like game sevens,
That would
nigga.
piss me off.
Game sevens,
Especially if
nigga.
I was really into a
But
team.
game sevens, nigga.
Is that what's about to happen? 7?
No, that a couple of them did happen already, but that a game 7.
I don't know what that means.
So it's the best of 7 series.
Mm-hmm.
The first team to win 4 games, they move on to the next round. If both of them win 3, they got a game 7. So, but that mean it's not been lopsided. That mean that somebody ain't. This gonna be a good ass game, like 2016 Cavs Warriors, LeBron Curry, Game 7, Kyrie. What?
Just like the World Series, makes no sense.
I'm not a baseball fan, but yeah, 7 games I think it is.
I thought it was 4.
You got to win 4, but it's the best of 7 series. Yeah.
A bug just tried to go in my nose.
It's big enough.
It happened to me when I was a kid.
For real?
Yeah, my mom.
I heard you used to put stuff up your nose.
Nah, maybe. I don't know, but this bug flew up my nose once.
That's crazy.
I was called. I think we was at grandma's house, and she called us in to eat, and it would not come out, and I just was refusing to go in the house until this bug came out of my nose.
Yeah. Fun fact of the day.
Right.
But yeah, Timberwolves and Mavs, they're going up. So now you know the game 7 structure. They're going into game 5.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah,
Game 5.
and so
what's the 3-0?
So no team in NBA history has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. So
is that what the Timberwolves is right now?
They're 3-1. They just won the last game. They
were
3-0.
Oh, okay.
And so once again, I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but it would make for an interesting ass plot line if they even made it to game 7. So now you see how that could be important.
So there's a possibility that they can't make it to game 7, even with 3 wins.
Oh, yeah. Like they could just knock them out next game, and at 4-1 they move on. But like I was just saying, the 2016 Cavs and Spurs, they were down 3-1. And no team in NBA history had ever come. And these are the finals, like the last for the championship. No team had ever come back 3-1.
What team has never played? Is there a team that has never?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there is probably a team that never went to, or probably not never went to the championship, but probably not ever won one. Because like the Cavs, when they won that was their very first one.
If I was a past player on a team that won for the first time, I would call up every team member and be like, "This is your fault." Especially if I knew I was good. This is your fault. We never got there because of you, just so you know.
I got mine, though, nigga. That's what you get for being lazy.
Just know this was your fault.
You're an idiot.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to start watching basketball. I will look into some players, though. And
Anthony Edwards is a good one.
I saw a clip of what's his name, Garnett. So I knew he had that documentary, and I actually had intended to watch it, and I forgot about it. Ain't it on Netflix?
Prime.
Okay. Yeah, I saw it on something. Yeah. So I knew.
It is a really good one. You should check it out.
Because I'm interested in that stuff. And I feel like when Alvin's watching any sports, I'm more asking about stuff like that versus the game.
Yeah.
But
for me, like you, but it transfers for me to the sport.
Yeah.
Like, because now that I've seen Anthony Edwards, like, behind the scenes and, like, seeing how humble of a kid he is and, like, just...
He's hilarious.
Funny as hell. It makes me want to watch you. And then I see that you nice on the court, too.
It do.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
It do. Because it's the same with music. Kinda. Because I find out stuff about Beyonce and I'll be like, that's really why I don't like her. So sometimes it translates with music.
Yeah.
But like all that stuff that was coming out about Ariana Grande and like how whatever scandal she got going on with their relationship. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I'm really into Ariana Grande right now. She might be a hoe and not clearly. I'm interested in that.
That makes me want to listen more.
And I said it, like, when you listen to her album, I'm just like, this is the most scandalous thing I've ever heard.
I think
but this
it
is
was Talina. She was telling me like there was a bunch of her taking stabs at the other woman and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, Eric, she not built like that. She not cut like that."
She was saying some stuff that I'm just like,
but I would be like, you know, you the one that broke up. Like
she got a song called "I Wish I Hated You," talking about her ex-husband because obviously they're no longer together. But within the song, she's basically saying like, it would have been a whole lot easier to cheat on you or do what I did. I'm not going to say she cheated. It would have been a whole lot easier for me to do what I did if I didn't like you. So you're confessing that he's a good person. Nothing was wrong.
You just want to do some grimy shit to me.
And I'm all here for it. I'm like, okay, girl, sing it up.
There's too many women that are here for it. And I can't stand it.
And it makes no sense to me because I've never heard any of her other albums. Not one. I've heard her singles.
Yeah.
Never heard any other album.
I mean, there's a lot that goes over my head and past my view that I don't give time of day.
That's
and
how
I wish I wasn't like that. But at the same time, I'm glad that because there's so much.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you tried to keep up with all of it, you would lose it.
It gets way too congested.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but like I'll say at least I'll hear it. I'm like, oh, that was funny or interesting or something, and just let it go by.
Yeah, I am that way. I was about to say something about Beyonce again. I'll leave her alone.
But like, did you hear? I'll let her live.
Yeah, this one.
Did you see that TikTok story? That TikTok story, Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
I started it. I never finished it.
That's me. Like, I'll get into it.
Yeah, I got into it because everybody was talking about it.
I really don't have the attention span to keep up with that type of shit.
I just think I didn't care that much.
I'm so...
I get it, but to me it sounded like, and what she said...
She just ignored.
You wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but I was going to say, I'm more interested. Like, if my friend came to me with that story, I'd be way more.
Right.
Real life
it's more personal,
is way more interesting.
It's crazy that you say that because not that maybe, I don't know. I ain't going to try to defend it.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's talk about it.
I think I like drama.
Oh.
And not like extreme drama. I'm not trying to see nobody die or go to jail or stuff like that.
Petty drama.
Yeah, I thought that dog was driving.
And I'm the one that smoked, y'all. I was the one that smokes.
But I like, say within a relationship. And people say it's healthy to have jealousy within a relationship. Like
a healthy amount.
Yeah. I want to see a girl flirt with my man. Because we going home and she don't know it, but I'm telling her like, oh, this is what you want.
But that's what I was gonna say. Like, I wouldn't say that's jealousy.
Yeah.
Because I would like somebody to see somebody hitting on my woman. And even from a distance, like if I'm coming up while it's happening or something, I'm not gonna be jealous or be like,
right.
But you're right. When we get home and when we get it,
I'm cussing her out and she don't even know it.
No, not even that. Nope.
I am.
You wild. Okay, once again, I like these because maybe this is because I'm smoking more calmer. But me, I'm thinking tonight, my strokes is extra deeper.
I mean, I get.
Like, pause. Minnie.
Come here.
Oh, she got her dog out.
Come here. Cut it out.
Remember what I was saying? Then we pick up from there.
Deeper?
Yeah. See me, you out. But me, it's gonna be like when we get home later that night, my stroke's gonna be deeper. Just for you, like it's gonna be extra motivation, but I'm not jealous.
No,
It's
not.
just a reminder.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like,
I don't
you
think
know who you
I
with.
would be jealous if I saw it. Just would be like, she thinks she about to get my man. Like,
yeah, that's more. And I'm sorry if that sounds cocky or conceited, but yeah, that's exactly how I'm thinking.
And like if a guy was talking to me and he approached, he would be upset. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want the confident, like, so I guess it's not drama. It's like, it's like excite. I don't know. I don't know.
So you like that he's upset?
No.
Oh, then you don't like drama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's drama that I like as opposed to just, I don't know. I don't know what that would be.
Are you talking about with your certain partner or just you like drama or period? Like, how are you saying
I mean, I like hearing about people's drama.
Oh, then maybe
tell me the tea.
Like, maybe you do like drama there.
I might like drama.
Yeah.
But I'm like, within my relationship, I don't want us fighting because somebody is talking to me.
Gotcha.
Like, but it is drama.
You like the tension.
Yeah, but because it is kind of like, if I was watching that in a movie, like, ooh, what he gonna do?
Right.
So it is kind of,
it's the tension.
I like drama.
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem. And
but once again, I don't. At least the initial part, like going home yelling at him, all that shit. Like,
no, not yelling at him. Like in my brain, she getting cussed out.
Gotcha.
Like,
yeah.
What you think you about to get my man? Do you see what he doing to me?
Gotcha.
Like,
see, my thought is I'm not even thinking about him.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm like, I know you have no chance.
Yeah.
I'm coming up with the illest smile. I'm like, what's up, baby?
And maybe too, that's like, because that don't even happen. Like, there's never been a time that me and him have been out and somebody tried to talk to me.
It happens to me all the time.
Talk to you or talk to her?
Talk to me.
Yeah. I can see that.
And I've never, what?
Yeah. I'm on the same. I'm on that too.
What?
I said it's never happened, but there actually recently was a time that somebody was kind of flirting with me, and he didn't like it very much, and it made me mad that he didn't like it, because it's like,
I guess my thing is it's how you react to it.
Yeah, like,
because I guess the tension don't even matter to me.
Yeah,
it don't matter to me, but it's how you react. Because every time, that's what I was gonna say. I've never had a girlfriend who's been as secure as me.
Yeah, for sure.
And so every time they see it, they either come snatch me away or they will say something to me in front of them, like trying to make it seem like I'm going after them.
You don't think the nurse was as secure as you?
But that's what I was going to say, maybe, because that's what I was like, she was.
I would say she was.
She was secure enough, for sure. She didn't mind.
Yeah. And she did it. She would like,
but she would get hit on too.
Yeah, like, and she was
so we had that mutual understanding that we're good looking people.
Right.
But all the rest of them, and I'm like,
because I remember telling you that I heard her tell somebody she was your wife,
and that, like, all the other girls snatching me away, that shit is annoying. But the way that she handled it, I was like, girl, you getting fucked tonight.
But that's what I'm like.
You getting.
If you see somebody flirting with me, why wouldn't it make you feel good? Like, damn, I did get a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you want to start a problem with me, like, and that ain't the drama I'm looking for. You in the wrong book, sir.
Feel it. But that's what I meant about the safe guy, and like, he's most likely gonna get upset.
Yeah,
but me, I'm gonna be like, this is a chance for us to get interesting.
Yeah,
this is a chance for us to get flirt. And I also want that type of partner, though. Yeah, I don't want somebody that's insecure, because the thing is, I'm with you. Right, I want you.
Right, and also, like, there was a woman that complimented me one time, and it was the craziest situation. She was walking, like, we were adopting her.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady just kept, I wouldn't say she was following me, but I could see her watching me.
Right.
And before I left, she was just like, I just want to tell you, you are really pretty. Like, you are gorgeous. I looked a hot mess. So you don't see many people, women.
It made you feel good. No lie.
It did. We got in the car and I was like, did you hear what that lady said? And he was like, no. So I told him, and he started laughing. I was like, it just feels good when because she wasn't ugly.
Yeah.
It feels good when a good looking person tells you you look good.
Mm-hmm.
And he started going on about this girl that liked him. And
that's not an opportunity to talk about that, my guy.
And I'm just like, you are on the
thanks
road.
for stealing my shine.
It wasn't even about that. It was just you're not getting it.
Reading
I don't.
The room.
Yeah,
and I watched that thing.
Did you?
Yeah, that was a perfect transition because some people don't be reading the room
at all.
And, like, how could you hear that and think this is an opportunity for you
to talk about somebody who likes you? This girl don't like me. She just wanted to give me a compliment. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know this woman, and I'll never see her again. But you took that opportunity to let it be known that you were flattered by somebody liking you. And that's not the same. That's not the drama I'm looking for.
I would have been more like, you probably would have been happier if he was like, this gay dude hit on me.
Right. Or if some random lady said something.
Yeah.
But you talking about how this girl talking about if you wasn't married, I'd be all... That's rude and disrespectful. And for you to repeat that to me is like,
rude.
Read the room, sir.
Yeah, I feel that. So, yeah, making that transition, it was this TikTok she sent me. She was like, sometimes, like, some people just don't know how to read the room. And there was this guy who was giving financial advice on how to help your kids basically get a head start in bank accounts and saving, and you setting them up for financial success. But long story short, his math ended up being like, pay your kid $300 a month. No matter what your income is, make sure you set that aside for your kids to set them up. And even when I was watching that, I understood what you're saying. I'm like, bro, especially for you to have any sort of platform.
Right.
At least add the asterisk of if you can.
Right. Or the equivalent to what will work for your income.
Because everybody don't get
what I look like setting aside $1,200. I have 4 kids. $1,200 a month. That is my rent. What do you mean, sir? So I'm supposed to be homeless because these kids need $300 a month? Yeah. No.
It's like... And I feel like it's really, really important with people with, I don't know how big his platform is or what.
I don't even think I think he was on somebody's podcast, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Because you're not reading the room. People who are listening to finance podcasts don't have good finances.
And I was just going to, I don't know about that, but I was just going to say, that's dangerous.
Yeah. You are putting people in a situation that they probably won't be able to crawl out of because they thinking this expert know what he's talking about.
At the end of the episode, you probably trying to sell them your course or like
to put more money in your pocket.
And I be being able to cut through all that, like understanding that you don't know how to read the room.
As soon as he said it,
it sounds like you're reading off a note card or just.
You heard something obnoxious like that and thought maybe I should repeat that.
Regurgitate it.
But my thing is, even if it had made sense or if it wasn't asinine to people's budgets, what is $300 a month gonna do for anybody? Because my man said buy a property. What property you getting at the end of the year on $300 a month?
I mean, I get it. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, and it's not
you getting a
big
trap
property.
House. You getting a trap house.
It's not going to be big property.
You getting a box
necessarily, and then you're going to have to put more money into it too. And so once again, you're not.
You didn't really think this through.
To once again, that's in the course,
right?
And he probably selling at the end of the episode.
The course probably do make sense, but it's like
you can think that through yourself,
right?
Like, and I truly believe that people don't give their intelligence enough credit.
Right.
Because the way that we can put that together right here and there, it's only going to take you a couple minutes. And
But
I mean, even if your Google is real, information is out there. You can research and figure things out.
it just be making me mad when people say stuff like there was another girl on TikTok who in her parents' swim pool talking about just move back home with your parents. It's so much cheaper and easier. Everybody's parents don't have a childhood home. Minnie, come here.
Get over here. You're gonna have to
Come here.
You're going to have to go in.
Yeah, I'm not bringing you back. I thought I was trying to help you. You not listening. Everybody's parents don't have that childhood home that you grew up in. Yeah. And even if they do, it ain't got a swim pool and they might be struggling to keep it.
How run down do you know
Right.
their childhood home is?
Like, why would you get on a public platform where most people are talking about, I need help with my bills and struggling and starting to come to the realization that we paying these celebrities while we out here broke? This is the message that's on TikTok, and you get on here talking about just move back home. It's easier. Okay, I'll take my husband and my 4 kids and move back to my parents' house.
But that's like, you don't even know people's dynamic with their parents. You don't know how family works over there. You don't know, like, you're not aware of everybody's situation.
Right.
You're not putting that out there that, okay, I know I might not know everybody's situation, but maybe this could be a solution for you.
Because y'all not saying if you can. That's right. Really the biggest problem. Y'all getting on this
and that's
public.
What I was saying earlier, context matters.
Right. If you are on a public platform, you need to make it clear that you are aware of the fact that everybody can't do what you about to say.
Exactly.
Like, use your brain. Read the room.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people out here losing their jobs. There are people who are... And these are parents. These are the parents you telling people to go live with. Yeah. They losing their jobs that they didn't have for years on top of years that would make somebody think, well, I can go back and live with my mom because she had this great job for so long. Mm-hmm. That great job is gone. Mm-hmm. The pandemic then changed everything.
A lot of shit.
Just like Walmart don't want to be 24 hours no more. People is losing their jobs. There's a bunch of third shift jobs that's now gone.
Right.
And just real quick,
Ooh.
To all these stores that were 24 hours and are no longer 24 hours, you do realize that made the pandemic worse, right? Because you forced everybody to be in the store at the same time. While you thought you was helping the situation, you hurt it more than ever. Everybody should have went to 24 hours. Yeah, everybody should have went to 24 hours. I got to shop at 8 o'clock in the morning because 3 o'clock in the morning is no longer an option.
Everybody who used to do it at 3 is waiting until 8.
It would literally be like 5 people in an entire Walmart.
Yeah.
That's the safest time for me to be going to the store.
Okay, I do agree with you because I saw this interview with Carmelo Anthony, and he was saying because of how famous him and at the time when they were married, they're like, we got to go grocery shopping at 3, 4 in the morning because we don't want to get stopped and we don't want to.
Ain't nobody shopping that late.
I get that.
Now, I will say that if everybody had went 24 hours, there may have been increased crowds, but it definitely wouldn't have been what I was experiencing trying to shop at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And I still don't like the way y'all acted over toilet paper.
Like, what did y'all think was about to happen?
But why was toilet
and why?
paper?
Yeah, why was it toilet paper?
Like, you can't eat that. You can't live off of it.
You can't even make a fire off of toilet paper.
How y'all acted over toilet paper.
I never understood that.
I'm never gonna forget that.
It should have been light bulbs y'all was acting like that over. Before toilet paper.
Right. Oh, and the other TikTok. Yo, Pauly and Vinny really, really was digging the chocolate.
Now,
the chocolate.
I will say, when I first heard it, I was like, they lying.
I didn't think it was true either.
I thought they were lying because, and no hate, but Vinny gives off, don't put me around no black woman. That's what I really believed.
Cause he was like the one with the most, to me, the most swag and style. So I was
Vinny?
like, yeah. Oh
No, Paul.
Okay.
You thinking of Pauly?
Yeah. I was thinking Pauly D. Yeah, it was Pauly D.
Vinny gives off.
Okay.
I don't want no. I don't. I need.
Well, no, because the low cut, I was like,
initially, yes, yes.
I'm like, that got to be a black. And he keeping a fresh line with it too. I'm like, that got to be a black.
I think the producers did a really good job of making it seem like because.
At the end of the day, I would have never thought that they was that into black women. But they were even saying like they were shooting some episodes and
they would try to bring them home, and the producers like, nope, find somebody else.
Hey, let me holler at you for a second.
But it's good to know that they possibly got those girls' numbers and probably kept in touch with them or did whatever
they had a real connection with them.
Or did whatever they wanted to do.
Shout out to my black queens. Cause y'all out here killing it. Everybody be trying to stun on y'all. We all know, and I mean when I say we all, it's the whole world. We all know y'all is the standard.
Whole world in our hands. We got the whole.
And you know what's crazy? Me and Toledo was talking about my past relationship, just my past period. And I was like,
Quit doing this. You're gonna stop that.
My past.
There we go.
Way back when.
Was talking about my past. Oh, was you now?
But we was talking about how I had an era where I was messing with white girls and like at least majority of them were that. And I was like looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking?
Was it just the trend?
I feel like it.
Yeah.
And I won't say trend. I don't want to make it seem like,
as soon as
y'all aren't a trend.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, that's going to come off disrespectful. Yeah. But I do mean that.
No.
Because
I just mean it was...
It really was like heavily a trend.
But that's what I was going to say. I don't think it was a trend. At least where I was at and what I was around. I think it was the environment, especially us. We moved out of the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And especially at the time when we landed at EK or where I went to high school at, it was majority white.
It is, yeah.
And so from
I
the
agree.
pickings, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurt my feelings.
What?
Black girls wasn't fucking with me then.
I say that all the time.
Black girls was not fucking with me then.
Black girls, we need to talk because that is a thing.
It kind of fucked me up.
It is.
I was shorter than I had, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of fucking. I mean,
I feel like for your age, you were never short.
Oh yeah, I was.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe at 4.
I mean, I had a good growth spurt, thank God. But I was.
You think you were short?
And
freshman
fun fact of the day, yeah, even I didn't grow until my senior year. Like I wasn't tall until my senior year. You know why I knew that? That's when black girls started fucking with me. Like I kept on hearing.
I'm not gonna lie, height does a lot.
And they kept on saying, it was like, when did you get so tall? I was like,
height definitely does a lot.
Fucking with it,
especially if girls are having sex. Height does a lot.
But that's when it started to change for me. Like, thank God for the height, because I started messing with more black women, and they started, and y'all are something.
Oh my gosh!
And I really mean, and that's
the chocolate,
and that's no shit. And I've been with Hispanic, I've been with Asian.
I will say that you're very.
And I'm not. But black women. Oh my God! Shout out to y'all. But me and Toledo was talking about, like, I could never. Once again, nothing against y'all, but I couldn't
go back white.
No.
Let's go black. Never go back.
It's true for both. I thought it was just men.
Yeah. Nope. Thought it was just men.
It's true for both genders.
Good to know.
Because like I was telling you about, most reason I don't want to put her out there like that.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah,
pure water.
Because you said
and all the black women, like my prom night, senior night, once again, black women started fucking with me. Shout out to you. You know who you are. She texted me afterwards. She was like, I've never had LSS.
Your prom date?
Yeah. After I dropped her off. We didn't stay the night. We got a hotel room.
You had sex with her?
Yeah. Oh, you know who that was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I believe so. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Really?
And it was great.
She's tiny.
It was and I mean, we didn't even get to finish. That's how long we were going. Deontay had to get to the crib. Sorry, I just buzzed him out. But he had to get to the crib, so we had to stop. But
he had to get home on prom night.
Yeah, it was wild.
Oh, Deontay, your parents.
Afterwards. And I dropped the truck off with Ashley. I was using her truck.
Okay.
But I dropped it off with her, so we were
Shout out to Ashley. She's always
always. I'm telling you,
her house is the party house. Like,
but she texted me afterwards, like, I've never had LSS before. And I'm like, what? I was thinking the same thing. She was like, leg shaking syndrome.
That's it. We're done.
But even just like the way she was talking about sex and the position.
She had sex.
Oh, yeah. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because of
that is so funny.
And that's what changed it for me. I was like, this is what I've been missing out. Because I didn't lose my virginity to a black girl.
Me either.
And my first couple were white. But once I had her, I was like,
I'm lying. I did.
Oh,
I did.
You. And I'm ashamed of me now.
I did lose my virginity to
not saying you were bad or nothing
to a black guy. I completely forgot. It was the murderer.
Yo, we gotta find a different name for that man.
No, nope, he is the murderer. You did it. You shouldn't have did that.
You did.
You could have did. You could have just cut him or just shot him. You didn't have to kill him.
But like anybody in my past, if you haven't had no black in you, now I can look back and be like, and I mean, I'm dead. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, I actually did not think that I was going to. I am surprised that I did lose my virginity to a black person because my first boyfriend was white. Mm-hmm. And for real, I thought he was going to be my first. Happy he wasn't. Because...
once I found out.
I mean, murderer didn't know what he was doing.
That makes it a huge difference.
I didn't know that at the time, obviously, because he was my first. But then my second was a mixed guy. And...
Can you please stop that?
And murderer was out the picture.
He was mixed with black?
Black and white, yeah. He was black and white.
So...
And he had a black mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So the top of your list are black?
Yeah, for sure.
So we're in agreement that... black.
Yeah.
All right.
I think my third was black.
That's all I... But I'm lying. I gotta stop that. But it's, once again, because I'm well-traveled.
Yeah.
And there's not always
black for sure
women around.
I think
but I'll get the closest thing to it.
For sure.
You gotta have melanin in your skin.
If I was traveling during the time of me exploring, I don't think that I would have had as many black partners.
Oh, wow.
Unless I was going to a lot of black countries.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But I think I would have. Because I really want to go to Africa.
But even, like, the French girl, she was black.
Yeah.
I'm looking for...
I think...
melanin.
Yeah, I think I am too. Or was. I'm still looking.
No, I feel it. Because it's just something about them.
His first was white.
Mine was too.
Alvin's first was
white. Mine was too. And once again,
that's
nothing against
crazy to me.
And I've had some white women that are...
Darnell's first was white.
I've had some white women that are good, but there still ain't no comparison to...
see, my white partners were... Sorry. Ass. like... How y'all got kids? I'm like... I don't... And one of them has kids with a black woman. Like, how? She just must have been having the worst sex of her life.
And now I'm not going to act like I haven't heard bad stories about black men.
Oh, for sure. Murderer was black. And
But I'm just like, damn. Hey.
When I say he didn't know what he was doing, because he was great size. Like, you had the package, but you just didn't know how to deliver it.
That's a lot of it.
And it's like, how? And most of my partners were older than me. So if you've already been having sex, why don't you know what you're doing? Has no one told you that this was not good? Because I told him.
Apparently not.
I told him.
As you should.
Like, I mean, I wasn't rude. I wasn't like, damn, that was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But it was like, because now I will say, he asked me how I felt about it. Mm. And I was like, I wouldn't be mad if we never do it again. Like,
that one would strike the heart if a woman ever.
I didn't feel like that was a bad answer. I thought I was being nice.
Oh, I'm going home and crying.
And he was like, what you mean? And I was
because I know I gotta.
And
I'm either gonna be too scared to ask, or
but it was my first time, so really, I'm thinking that he's thinking like, I just wouldn't want to do it again. But I don't know. Nobody's first time is good, right?
But when you talking gender wise,
I'm talking anybody. Nobody's first time is good, right?
Mine was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know why it would be bad for a guy, but
you know what's crazy? I was the late one of my friends to lose a virginity.
Me too.
Of my friend group or
me
group
too.
Or whatever. And so I always kept on hearing, "Oh, your first time you gonna bust quick. Your first time you gonna bust quick. 2-3 minutes you go." I lasted like a good 15-20 minutes, and I was like, I don't know if that's her thing. I don't know if it was.
Was it her first time?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then that could be it. She could know how to maneuver to make sure that didn't happen for her.
And I was like, but it wasn't like that. And so I guess from there, for me, I was like, I can't listen to what these niggas say. And from there, I'm trying to learn for myself and do it. And
because
so
that's
then
how
I'm
I
asking,
felt with my friends.
But I'm at least making it sexy.
Yeah. I felt like they were talking about it so much, and I knew that they were doing it, that I'm just like, my life's about to change. Like,
and it was, once again, it was good, but it wasn't life changing.
But I went back and I'm like, I don't get the hype. I don't understand why you're doing this.
That sucks.
I'm not sure why you're risking your life for this, because STDs. Like, what are we doing here?
And
that was the feeling that I had.
I was gonna say, I've never gotten a bad review, and if I have, it's never been
me
said,
either.
It's never been said to me. So, like, you saying,
you would think a bird just died. Like,
yeah, this shit.
What is going
everywhere.
on?
But yeah, I've never had a bad review. But if I did, it's never been said to me. So, like, you just tell him, man, I wouldn't be upset if it.
Yeah, if we never did it again, I'd be okay.
That.
I just don't. What should I have said? Because it was my first time, so I don't know why it wasn't good. It just wasn't. So if we never do this again,
then I would have said that. Maybe it wasn't good because it was my first time, but I really didn't get the hype of what everybody was talking about.
You know what? Maybe, but
that's
what threw me off was he would go down on me before we had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times. Like, he had done it multiple times. So I'm like, really now getting hyped. Like, all my friends are saying that this stuff is good. He's talking me up like, you gonna and I'm just like,
and women,
but then we get
this
there
is why
and
y'all need to stop lying. Like, don't fake it.
I'm never gonna lie to anybody, especially about that.
Good. But clearly somebody was.
Yeah, somebody.
But that's how I be feeling about women. Like, I don't know, maybe, thank God, I've been blessed enough to look decent.
Mm-hmm.
And so women that are considered good looking or fine, their head be so big, like they could just get anything. I'm like, who the fuck were you dealing with before?
You think so?
Who lied to you?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about these women. Like,
But it'd be
Like,
girls.
for him to get to you and you talking this good.
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck
right.
lied to you?
Right. Because my thing is, and maybe I was being delusional, but as you being older than me, you've done this multiple times.
Right.
I know for a fact that you've had at least 2 partners before me.
Right.
I'm expecting you to be so accommodating, talking me through this, making this fun for me, keeping me relaxed.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I feel like I attract assholes, because it seems like anybody, even though I've not had a bad sex life, anybody that has wanted to have sex with me, it has legitimately been for you to get off. Like, there's never been any, how can I make this good for you?
Right.
And I don't know what that is.
I was gonna say,
do I come off like I don't care? Like, do I appear to people like?
No, I think it's the man. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't tell a lot of people this story.
You just gonna tell the whole world?
Yep, I was gonna say, so y'all lucky. But have you ever taken somebody's virginity?
No.
Okay.
I want to. Or
That's
I
weird.
would. I would have liked to.
So, my second partner, I took her virginity, and that's how I was like, we can go as slow as you want to. If you want to stop, let me know. And so even when we started, like, she said it hurt, obviously. And so I'm going,
obviously.
No, because it's the first time. Not because of me, you know. but like maybe 7 to 10 minutes into it, she was like, "Is it okay if we stop?" Like, she was like, "I want you to stay with me. Like, can you just hold me though?" And she was crying, and like it made me cry too. And like it was a real beautiful moment. Like, right? It was like, I feel like at least if you taking somebody's, it's a woman.
Yeah, for sure. Even if a woman.
But I was gonna say, yeah, she wasn't ungentle with me my first time. Like, she was like you said, she was very. Like, she took control of the situation. She knew what she was doing. But
I just feel like, and it could be something that I'm doing or saying to men to make them think that I don't need that, like, comfort.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm coming off like, I got this. I'm the shit.
I mean, you was talking about, you just, if I see you, we get it. So
I mean, during that time, I didn't care, but my whole phase was one for the books.
But was it right after your first one, partner?
My whole phase?
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. No.
Because you were late in the game.
Yeah, I was. You were
in after me.
I was 18.
Yeah.
And that's a shame that that's late.
Right,
by the way.
Right. We need to boost our standards. I'm all for virginity and celibacy.
Right. But I think it was, so I had lost my virginity, and then I had another guy that I was just messing with. He was not my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And then I finally had sex with my first boyfriend.
Gotcha.
So it was 3 people. And then the guy who got me pregnant. So it was 4 people.
Oh, and then
after him is when I went on the whole phase.
That's what you're
yeah, because
I'm really upset I never had one.
And
well, I guess
I'm mad that mine didn't last.
I guess not, because I guess since the time that I've been single, I'm not just getting it in all the time. But that's when I would say right now I've had a good variety.
No, my whole phase was what you think when you think whole phase.
And you know what's crazy? I don't know if dudes just be gassing it once, but I also never listened to the shit. But they would, once I turned 18, start clubbing, could go out, especially 21, like getting drinks and shit. It wasn't as hype as people made it seem, like the bachelor lifestyle. It wasn't
during my clubbing days. So my clubbing was, I had boyfriends when I was clubbing. Mm-hmm. I would go to some house parties and stuff, but most of the people that people from my job, sometimes from the club. It was like one person was from the club.
I don't think you know what? Nah, okay, nope. I can't even say that. Nope. Nobody from the club.
One person was from the club for me.
Nobody from the club.
And he didn't understand the assignment. You are a hoe.
That's all we hear.
Like,
especially if I'm bringing you from the club.
Right,
We both know
like,
what this should be.
Stop trying to talk to me. Leave me alone.
That's crazy.
And I think some people think if they talking to a lot of people, they going through a hoe phase. No, I was actually being a hoe. Whatever.
No, I believe that. I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just trying to hit. And
Yeah,
don't move
like,
on. Yeah.
I was being a man.
That's what I'm thinking the whole thing.
Yeah, like, I was being
that.
a man.
I've always wanted to have one of those, but I've never had that.
And you can say whatever you want to say. I had gotten pregnant with a guy, and when I ended up having a miscarriage, and when the miscarriage happened, he disappeared. Yeah. Like, we didn't go through that together. I was trying to figure out life, like, are we together still? Are you like, do you think you dodged a bullet? Like,
yeah.
Do I think that's what put me into my whole phase? For sure.
Oh, okay.
100%. Because when he disappeared, I started calling the guy that I was sleeping with, I was never dating. He just, in between boyfriends, I was sleeping with him.
Okay.
He was just always on call.
Got you. I've never even had that. No, I'm lying. I've had.
Everybody's had an on call. Don't. If I've had an on call, everybody's had an on call.
I'm lying. I've had that.
And he wasn't trying to.
In every city I've lived in, it's nice. I was really about to say I've never had that. That's crazy. My bad.
I had called him because I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, this guy done disappeared. So I start calling him, and he on some, I'm trying to be in a relationship. Get away from me.
Now he a failure at what you need.
Don't call me no more, because you've now lost the assignment.
You're a disappointment, nigga.
So, yeah, it really is him who pushed me into my whole face.
He wasn't available.
He wasn't trying to give up
here
the
we go.
So now I gotta go find somebody.
But I was like watching all these TV shows and seeing single people go through it and navigating their whole. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah, when people be talking shit about stuff like that, like how people try to talk about Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. First of all, Ray J was her boyfriend.
Right.
And even if he wasn't, that was consensual sex. That was what she wanted to do. And what is wrong now? By no means do I think the whole world should have been seeing you have sex, but do you, boo? Like, it just don't make sense to me that everything that it is weird that people want to make it public, but even because it's public, why do you feel like now that's grounds for you to start talking shit and you do it? You have sex.
That's my thing.
Like that does not make sense to me.
Celebrity news or something come on. I'm like, they're not the first person with this, right?
Just like with gay people. Mm-hmm. Why is it that because they're having sex a different way than you do,
you have to come out
that it bothers you? Right? Like, but why does it matter to you?
Yeah, I
don't get the announcement either. But
that's why I've never understood it. Like, why do you feel like you got to announce? Because people obviously care, but why?
Because they have that question, straight, or they say straight people don't have to come out. You don't have to either. Nobody told you had to.
The thing is, you can bring your partner out just like a straight person would. You can take a picture with them just like a straight person.
Because y'all have made communities where you can meet each other, just like straight people have. Mm-hmm. So there is no reason for you to come out. That is just a choice. People make
a big deal of it?
For sure.
Some people will make deal about interracial relationships.
They will make a big deal about anything. So you just got to know that.
And I'm absolutely cool with that.
But yeah, I just think people's mindsets sometimes need to change.
Oh, for sure.
Because don't call me a hoe because I had a whole phase.
And you probably had one too. And
I might be a hoe. I don't need to hear it though.
Because my thing is, like, if I had a whole phase or I'm okay with saying it. You ain't calling me nothing I don't know. One. I think so too. But even like I was saying, I was about to get married. And
didn't have a whole phase?
But even just
That would have been
I
tragic.
still haven't had a whole phase, but even just like I said, the experience sexually that I've had, like, I think that I'm well more equipped even to choose a lifelong partner.
I'm sincerely upset that mine didn't last as long as it should have. Mine was literally like 2 months. And that's not long enough.
I don't know how long it should be.
It should be like a year. You should, and I'm not saying because I was on some wild shit. Like, I may have not had intercourse with you, but I was being sexual with a lot of people.
Right.
And by no means do I think people should do that. And you should be safe. I was being safe. You should be safe. But for a year, you should definitely be like...
The appetite should be set.
Yeah. Like...
But it's... So then how often would you say you should be having sex in a whole phase?
In a year? Because I wasn't doing it that much. I mean, it was a lot for the fact that I hadn't been having sex that much before my whole phase. Mm-hmm. But in a year, I would say like maybe 12 people.
So one a month?
Yeah. And you can...
see, I was trying to hit 100 in a year.
100? That's a whole life. That's not a whole phase.
In a year.
That's a whole life.
But that's crazy that it's in a year because I was gonna give it a year. I was trying to hit 100 in a year.
I mean, I still don't see nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay.
I just think, like, because some people just aren't that comfortable. So if you can do one person a month, and you can repeat.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously. Yeah. I mean, throughout the year.
Yeah,
go back and forth between these 12 people.
I think the most in a year I did is like 3 people.
Me too.
But you said yours was short. So
no. But even still, the most partners that I've had in a year is 3 people.
Like, for real. And besides this previous intermission of maybe like a year, I've been single for...
Oh, I'm lying. You're right. It was more than 3.
Oh, see, I've been single for almost like 9 years. Right. It's time fly.
And you not having sex?
No, I'm saying I've never gotten over 3 people in a year.
Oh, I thought you said you wasn't having sex.
But that's what and that's what I say. I have a healthy sex life, and I mean, like,
I would have found a sex club for you
like,
to go to. 9 years.
I've been to one in New Zealand.
I want to go to one.
They wild.
And I've heard that it's really good for relationship, like to go together.
But that's what I was gonna say. This brief intermission every year, like even when I went overseas, she was like, I understand we're gonna be away from each other for a while, so I don't want you to feel like you can't. Or I'm like, you know what, baby,
you the one. you it.
You just might be.
You know what? And
even that. Sorry.
No, you good.
Sorry to cut you off. But even that kind of made me not want it as much.
Oh, for sure.
Like, she became so much more sexier to me. I was like, I can't wait to get home to you. And once again, water.
I was just about to say, because you said she's water.
Yeah.
I feel like loyal women have the best sex.
Nope.
No?
Told you I was about to get married.
She was loyal?
True.
I'm just saying.
Moving on. I
be real with yourself.
Agree. Yeah, I actually do agree.
Think she was loyal?
No, I mean,
okay.
No.
So
no, but I was gonna say I do agree because like the nurse.
Yeah.
Hers was and that could have been because of her body. She had a begging body. Yeah. But she's the type, like, don't talk to me when I got a nigga.
Right. She is very loyal. Mm-hmm. And I think that comes a lot from her parents, just their relationship.
They're strong.
They taught her very well, like, do what you want, but be a good person. Mm-hmm. Like, I can just see that in them. Yeah. So shout out to the nurse's parents.
Yeah. I agree. I can agree.
I know I have my flaws, but to a T, I am a very loyal person. Mm. And I have never had anybody be like, trash.
But I believe that could be a psychological thing.
Probably.
Yo, these allergies are getting wild as
Yeah.
fuck. These little flurry things. And you know it's possible to develop allergies later in life?
Yeah.
Because that's what's happening to me, and I don't like it. I used to make fun of you.
I think it's possible to develop anything later in life.
But no, that's what I was going to say. I think because of that characteristic in this cerebral, like, they make sure it's good for whoever they're with. And
it's just the relaxation that you have.
And I believe being a black woman.
Yep.
Because once again, y'all queens out there. And the ex-fiance, no black.
No? I don't know why I thought.
Nope.
Did I thought?
I don't know. But no black. I'm like, a lot of shit started making sense to me.
Yeah.
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 Because we can compare women. So. So the first girl that I was with was black. And for sure, like.
Yo, it's something. You remember when we was on our old podcast when we tried to get it on the Reddit and we were saying the difference between black women freaks as freaks and white, and we were saying it's put out there that
white women are better. Yeah, it definitely is.
Once I found out,
because then later I was with she was Hispanic and white, I think, but no black. And
she was what?
She was Hispanic and white, I think.
That was the mix of my.
But I think she was white, but I know there was no black, so she could have been something else, but there was no black. And she was.
You're starting to understand.
Like, I wouldn't, like, if she had been my first, I would have never messed with another woman. Like, I'd have been like, I don't get why even men want.
But it was early. Once again, I think I proposed when I was 20.
Yeah.
I was young. I wasn't experienced at all. And I didn't know.
You had been with, oh yeah.
No.
You had been with
Oh,
black.
yes, with one.
Yeah,
And she rocked my world. But I didn't I think at that point she was the only one. So I didn't put it together at that time.
Never again with her?
With who?
Her. Prom.
You know what's crazy?
We're nicknaming these people.
Yeah, we are.
Prom.
We tried to, because we never got to finish. So we was texting like, and she was moving to Virginia for college.
Yeah.
And so we was like, yo, before you move, we got, and
never happened?
Still to this day. 10 years, more than 10 years later.
So she called you today and was like,
let's go. Because that's that closure thing we were talking about. Right. I need to know how it. I need to know how it
crazy. I cannot believe. I didn't know that I knew you went to prom with her. I knew that, but I'm like, she ain't into him like that.
But you know what's crazy? The only reason we went is because I was coming up with this cute way to ask one of her teammates to prom. And
Freckles?
Yeah. And
I had to think about people.
Wow, but you know, I like it. And so she was taking so long to respond.
I remember that.
She was like, "Look, if
and
she
do you know my heart was like,
bro, I'm telling you, I've been tossed around this thing. That's why I've been single. I'm like, fuck this shit. Y'all been raw
because I wanted so badly for somebody to just ask me to prom, let alone be cute about it. Yeah.
When she said no, or before she said no, she was like, look, I know it's taking a long time. And she probably heard something because she on the team with her.
Right.
She like, if she say no, we can go together. I'm like, all right.
That's cute.
And so
because y'all were friends.
Yeah. And just that.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think she looked at me like that or whatever.
I didn't think so either because we were friends.
But we had a great ass night. And I mean a great
She is a good time.
Night.
She's funny.
And so then afterwards, I dropped the truck off. Deontay had hit me up. He asked us to come through because he was dating somebody that was one of her teammates, another black girl.
I don't know who that would be.
Actually, yes, you do. Y'all Skittles partner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Really?
I'll just put her out there.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Really?
But they was together and they were teammates. That. And so when we went together, he was like, yo, you trying to come to the hotel? But I was like, oh yeah, bet. And then there was one another they teammates and this dude, Batman. We gonna cuss him in.
Okay.
Batman.
Yeah.
And so all 6 of us went to the room, and we chilling, drinking, having a good time. When that Batman and his date, they ended up having to go. He had to get the car back. We still little niggas at this time. We still niggas. I mean, we 17, 18. We in high school.
Y'all still had to get home though.
But it was like.
You didn't have to get home.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
but it was like 2, 3 in the morning.
That
so
is
like,
the only thing that our parents was like.
Y'all get it, probably. So I can understand it was getting late, and so when they left, Deontay thought he was being slick or whatnot, so he brought Skittles Thunder into the bathroom. And we hear them, so we just put on the TV, turn it off.
I was legit just about to ask you, have you ever had sex in the same room with somebody?
Yeah. We wasn't in the same room. They was in the bathroom, though.
That's the same room.
Oh, then yeah. More than that, though. And, but we was just getting bored because they was in there for a minute. So one thing led to another conversation having, and we was drinking, obviously, so we just felt a little bit. I'm like, you know what? If I could end, I mean, for like an hour and a half straight, we was just going at, maybe not that long, maybe like an hour. And then Deontay was just like, hey, yo, bro. He had to get his car back. And since
he got his off, so.
I was like, and so we never finished.
That's not awkward to have a session while somebody's there? Like, were they having sex?
They could have been, or they could have just been in there.
No, I'm talking about the one where you said somebody else was in the same room.
Oh, yeah.
They were having sex?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. Alvin did that too.
I mean, I'm just so comfortable with myself.
I am not.
It's not like we were trading them off.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Alvin did the same thing.
I'm just, very comfortable with myself.
I know somebody else who did the same thing too. Now, I did, me and two friends of mine, went to Davenport and, their dorm rooms. So it's the living area, but then each person has their own room.
Yeah.
It was, all 3 of us was going at it at the same time, but we were in different rooms.
See,
now, if we had been in the living area, I'd been like...
That's wild.
I wouldn't have been able to
And
perform.
I will say, I would like to be a part of an orgy.
I have thought about it. Have you had a threesome?
Yeah.
What? Okay, so you've had... No,
I'm telling you,
you haven't had a whole phase, but
I've had a very
you've had some experience.
Sex life.
I really want to have a threesome.
Really?
Yes.
With another woman?
I don't care.
Yeah, it had to be 2 women for me.
I feel like a lot of men feel that way. I don't care though. Yeah.
Nah.
I personally don't care. I just feel like it's got to be about me though.
That's how I felt. I was like, I gotta be
I don't care if it's another woman or if it's another man, but it has to be about me.
I like that.
Because if it's another woman and he feel like it's got to be about him, nope, we're not doing it. It's got to be about me.
And I was able to find out that I'm a nasty nigga. Like,
Are you?
I
think I am.
Nah, I'm a nasty.
I think I am. But
like,
I don't know. Like when
I'm married.
I'm married though. When I think about like raunchy, crazy, nasty sex, it puts me like, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
But if somebody was to actually present me with it, I think
you know what?
I thought never mind. I don't think I would actually go through with it.
You know what's crazy? I thought I was like that until I was just in that situation.
Yeah, I think I would have.
And then I was still just as aroused.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. But from there, that made me want to explore more and try different things.
Yeah.
And I'm with people who I'm compatible with who want to try these
Right. Because I like to talk about, like, fantasies and, like...
Oh, that the role playing.
Right.
And dress up.
I am so married.
Yo, but this is what I was saying earlier. Like, having this type of sex life now, I can...
Yeah, I feel like
know
your 30s
what I
is
want
when sex
what I
is
want
supposed to be like...
And it is.
Yeah. Martinique was saying the same thing.
I'm hitting my sexual prime.
Yeah, she was saying the same thing. Like,
And I know now not to give it to everybody. Just anybody ain't getting it now.
Yeah, because if I had been like top prime, knowing I'm the shit when I had my whole phase, it wouldn't have been a whole phase. It would have been who I want.
And that's what I've learned about like I said, I've never had a bad review, but if I had, they ain't said it to me.
Right.
And so even having partners and just seeing their natural reactions to certain things that I've done, I'm like, oh, yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I've been needing an album to just turn into different people.
And I also
married thing,
but that's why I advocate for people to be single for a while.
Yeah.
And not just be single, maybe not have a whole phase, but at least really try some shit.
Right.
See what you don't like.
Because it can be with one person that you're trying stuff with.
Yeah. And I also my black people, I care about y'all so much. I advocate to get out of this country and go visit other places and see other women, see other men, see because I found out America is prude as hell.
That's crazy.
There's so many other countries that are sexually liberated and so much more and it was like me, how I am. And I was like,
that is crazy. Because it is one of on our bucket list to fuck in every country.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's it's a good goal for us to have just because it keeps us a little bit spicy. Like,
yeah. It can't just be in a hotel in every country that we go
right.
to.
Like,
or the Airbnb.
We need to hit the beach or something. Like,
I think I asked you, have you ever done it in the rain?
No. That sounds like life. No, I will say, last weekend, it was raining. I mean, I wasn't outside, but...
Nah, I mean, and the rain is coming down on both.
Yeah, no. He was sitting in the car, and I went out there and pulled him to the back seat.
But even shit like that's sexy to me. My woman...
Yeah.
And I'm cool with being the... But like we was talking about, no, being the initiator. But like we was talking about, I've learned that it's an all day, all week, all month thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm really, and now I've learned to be into my partners that much to where I'm gonna keep you in the mood, and so when you can do something like that,
right.
But I'm cool with being an initiator.
Here's my thing. I can 100%. Like if he was like, you flirt with me, I'll flirt back. You flirt with me and I'll flirt back. Mm-hmm. If he came to me and said that, I could do that all week, all day. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to us getting in that bedroom, you better put down your foot. Like I better not be saying. You better be a different person. Like.
But that's what I mean. Like when that nurse did that, when she responded by calling herself my wife.
Right.
I mean, you was getting.
She was asking to get her butt ate that night.
Latina, and this, but I mean, but I say I'm a nigga. Because the thing is, if you earn it, I ain't got no problem giving it to you. That's what I mean by everybody.
I read a lot of sex articles, and it's a thing right now that people like getting their butt licked. Not like the butt, just their butt cheeks. Like,
oh, I'm biting.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No,
I just think it's interesting to put your mouth on a butt at all. I mean, not that it's not a turn on. It's just interesting.
I don't want no mouth on my butt, so I get it. I get it. Like maybe it's a gender thing.
Maybe
because I don't mind taking that. But once again, like I was saying last week, I am so enamored with the female body. If we're there, if we at this point to where we're comfortable being naked with each other, like I said, it's not just anybody.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating and taking advantage of every inch of you. I want it all, baby.
It's so sad what I'm about to say. I don't think that I've had a partner that's like, I want to take care of your body. Like
I've had sometimes like it's just about you. Mm-hmm. I just want to eat you out for 45 minutes, but that might come with a massage for an hour before. Like, and I mean, if we might be out of town and we got a night off. I want to make sure that you know, because once again, I've learned when it do come to me,
Right. Like, and I just don't
She
understand
go-
how all men don't get
she
that.
gonna
Like,
get down. But once again, like I was saying last week, also I've learned that the actual sex it's not that big a part of
yeah,
what I want out of a person now.
yeah.
It's not that big of, and so now I'm cool with not getting it every day or waiting until it is that good.
Yeah.
Or
I think if people are not having good sex, you're not talking about it enough.
I believe that too.
Like, I sincerely think, because once I started getting comfortable talking to, like, I honestly think Alvin might be the first person that I was like widely comfortable. Like, I was getting into it with other people, but with him, I was like, I don't give a flying dookie, but like, we gon'
And I was just saying that's good to be like that.
Yeah.
But you should be that comfortable with yourself. Like how I said, I'll get naked around anybody. I don't give a damn. But you should be that way with yourself so you can experience more with, I mean, you stuck now, but
stuck? Don't
not
say
stuck.
that.
No, you're right. You're not stuck now, but you know, like, and I also think that's made my sex life better because I'm not timid when we're in the bed. Like we've worked up to being this comfortable into where we can.
I feel like people get uncomfortable with me. I feel like all my partners would get uncomfortable with me.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I come off dominant, but I don't feel like I do. I feel like I'm very like, romantic.
Oh, then I don't know. Only you know you, but and I have women who, most of the women that I'm with, they want to be romanced and shit. And so but those ones that get it, that know that can flip the switch, I'm like,
right.
Pause for a second. You want to say something?
No, Vaughn was waving at me.
She's such a cutie. I'm adorable again.
Just too much.
But yeah, a good sex life
is always best with a black woman.
Vinny and Pauly, they had it right. They had it right.
They knew what they was looking for.
Yeah. Yo, that brought us all of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice little topic.
This is lasting a little longer than I thought, but I loved it.
Yeah. But once again, if the conversation good, why not have it?
That's what we're here for.
More food for thought for y'all to chew on.
Is that the saying? Because I be feeling like that's wrong.
Food for thought is just conversation.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like that's
chew
wrong.
On and think.
I feel like it just sounds wrong to me. It's right, but it sounds wrong.
You ain't shit is what she just said to me. See, food for thought. I'm hearing what you say. I'm chewing on it. It's cool. But nah, this is especially across social media, sports, relationships.
Yeah. I feel like relationships is going to be a big one on here just because
I do.
I'm in one, you want one.
You know what's so crazy? What you said was crazy. Don't be talking to me like that, nigga. All right? But nah, this girl had hit me up and like, especially when I'm back over here, like when I'm not traveling, I try to stay low key. I don't say nothing. I'm not out here like that. And so knowing that I want to be single right now, that I'm good where I'm at, it's so hard sometimes to turn women down. Y'all get so offended.
Do we?
And it ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Like, I'm good where I'm at. Now, and I will say this. There's something about a woman's approach.
Uh-huh.
If your approach even got me talking to you to where I got to think, oh, damn.
Yeah.
She got me this deep.
Yeah.
You might make it to where we...
Right.
But a majority of women, like, I'm just good where I'm at. No, I'm just good where I'm at. And they get so offended.
Really?
At least...
Because women feel like men are very offended.
But that's what I meant by, like, who you been fucking with? Because, like, why do you just think that I'm supposed to want you?
Yeah. I will say I agree that when a woman wants a man, it is in her mind that he should want her too. But I also think if a man wants a woman, He just has a hard time. I think it's equal. Because he also has a hard time.
I don't think it's equal. And maybe because I am okay with
actually,
being like, all right, you don't want me, that's fine.
I agree with you. I don't, because I remember once I was in Tennessee and I was with Alvin and we were out on Beale Street. And so all the clubs and stuff, bars and stuff was open. He wanted to stay. He had met some guys and was having a good time. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go back to the room. I'm tired. It's like 4 a.m. I'm tired, sir. Yeah. And so I'm walking by myself back to our room, and these two guys tried to talk to me, and I was like, no, I'm married. And they weren't pushy. They weren't accepting the no, but they weren't pushy like women be saying. They were just like, you ain't married. And I was like, yes, I am.
Oh, just flirty wise.
Right. And as soon as I showed my ring, they both were like, oh, if it was just a boyfriend, I had to keep going, but you married.
But like I was even saying earlier, like I find it more disrespectful if I say something after you married.
Yeah.
Like that's when I find...
I still don't find the outside person being disrespectful.
But I'm also more seeing guys just like, all right, seeing that.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah,
women,
I've
like,
actually never...
So, and they take it so personal.
Yeah.
Like, it's about me.
Yeah.
It's there's no possible way you couldn't want...
I mean, I'm not like that. I've had people tell me no, and my thing, I do question why. I'll just be like, why?
That's never my first thought. I'm just like, okay.
No, I want to know why.
Because it could be a million things. I'm not trying to wrap my brain around that.
I want to know why. I just want to know why to everything. Though.
But I was...
So I'm the exception on the question of why.
Okay.
Because you can say anything. You can say yes, and I was... well, why? Why do you want me? Why are you okay with this? So...
yeah, so that's just always been frustrating to me. It's not you, mama. You are beautiful. That don't mean shit to me. And if you knew me, like, once again, the woman's approach. Yeah. Like, if you're funny, you probably gonna get so much more out of me. If you show that type of aggression or confidence in yourself, you're probably gonna get so much more out of me.
Yeah, I personally just question everything, so I'm always gonna ask why. But if I'm asking why on no, it's more of if I don't think he's saying no because of my looks. So if I think he's saying no because of any other reason.
So if he is, you gonna ask why?
Yeah.
So if he's saying no because of your looks, you're not gonna ask why?
If I think that he's saying no because of my looks, no. Because it's clear. That's clear as day. You don't think I'm cute, so... Got that. I don't need that. I don't need to embarrass myself anymore. You're not attractive.
Thanks, buddy. I got it. You know, I just said no more.
And what's crazy is I feel like if he said no and it was because of my looks, that would be the time that they want to tell me why. I ain't asking at this point. I got it. You don't want this. You don't like what you see. That's fine. I don't need you to explain that.
Oh, man. It is always funny to see, like, how they try to convince me. I was like, no, I'm okay. They're like, so what's wrong with me? I'm like, oh, it's not you. It's just I'm not.
See, that's a weird question.
What?
What's wrong with me? You you want somebody else to tell you. That's a weird question.
And this once again, I be thinking like, who the fuck have you been dealing with?
Yeah, that makes you feel like there has to be something wrong with you because I'm not interested. I'm just not interested.
And I'll be like, nothing. I'm just good where I'm at. You know, I'm not really looking for anything. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's because you can't handle it. You ain't been with nothing like me before.
See, I don't say shit like that until I know a man is interested. I am not going to tell you that you can't handle me if you don't want me.
But I'm like, if you think this reverse psychology is going...
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Let's stop that, women. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But and I also do think it is, once again, like I was saying, I do think it's men. Like, dog, y'all got to just stop any woman out there throwing rose petals at their feet. And I'm not saying women don't deserve it, but And
But that,
there's a lot of women that don't.
yeah, I feel like the fact that men are so aggressive with the approach to win a woman over makes them just as aggressive with trying to figure out why they can't have that woman. So when a man is turned down and he don't like it, I get where those stories of he just didn't get it comes from. Like, I get that.
Okay, and I'll say that then in that aspect I'll agree. Like, the level of effort that a man puts in to get you is usually the level of reaction that you get when he's turned down. Yeah. Because I'm not putting too much even into it because I don't really know you.
Because I literally just seen a TikTok this morning, I think. This girl, I don't know if this was his tactic to hit on her, but she was on a skateboard and she was recording herself, obviously. And he was like, "Can I show you some tricks?" And she was like, "No, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm good." And he was like, "Come on, just let me show you some tricks." Now, he's not being aggressive, but he's also not listening. Right. She said no. Right. And she said that. She was like, "Didn't you hear me say no?" No. Right. I'm good. And I think that happens more often than the aggressive bitch stories that be coming out, even though that has happened to me.
I don't think.
I don't think the bitch stories be happening that often.
Oh, no, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because I've gotten those more often than just the polite no.
And we were super young. Remember the skate parties?
Yeah.
That we used to go to? Mm-hmm. So...
And you saying the bitch like if a man turns them down, right?
If a woman turns him down. I'm saying he will... I don't think those happen that often. But that did happen to me.
I was mistaken. Okay.
When we were at one of the skate parties, and this guy that I liked, he liked me. We were talking, and everything was fine. But then we got to one of these I think I found out that he liked somebody else. Not that he was like talking to her, but I found out he liked somebody else. And so we were at one of the skate parties and he asked me to skate and I was like, "No, I'm okay." And he called me a bitch. And I'm like, "You don't even like me." Like,
and is it worth that?
Right. And I'm going to tell you who it is, but not on here. Yeah. But I was just like, and we were so young. This was Vista.
Say, you got to be like, so younger than 14, 15.
Young, super young.
At that age, I'm going to just say kids, they don't know how to deal with their emotions and feelings.
But it's like, who's teaching you that? Who's showing you that?
That's true.
Your response is to call me a bitch because I don't want to skate with you, not because I don't want to have sex with you.
But I believe that mentality follows a lot of men
for sure,
and that's when I say
I think his life is shit right now.
They be aggressive, but I think women just feel like, okay, then that makes sense. As aggressive as men be, women think that that's all of us. So even when we turn them down, they're like, "Wait, you're not right. I know you should." Right. So that makes sense, right? Because once again, like, fellas, this is why y'all need to stop. Because the most down-to-earth, cool women, they haven't thought like that. Yeah. Like, I remember while I was shooting in New Zealand, we had to take a break. He was like, "I got to change films." So we got like 10, 15 minutes. While we were shooting, this girl was just in her van at the edge of the beach because we was at the beach shooting. And she was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We were like, "We're shooting a movie." And we was in between takes. So I was like, maybe I'll come up and talk to you in a second, but right now I got to focus on that. So we shooting, and we went on break. So I ran out there. And she was like, "Yeah, so what are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm actually shooting a movie here." She was like, "Your accent, you're not from here." I was like, "You're not either." And then she told me that she was from, I forgot, but it was in the States. I told her, she was like, "Oh, no, that's crazy." I'm like, "So what are you doing over here?" She was like, but that before I even know that you got me pulled in, right? I'm pulled in, right? It wasn't about like my beauty or I want you to notice my
and I think that's the problem. I think too many people go into wanting to talk to people with their body parts. Yeah, like you can't approach a woman with your dick, and you can't approach a man with your pussy and be thinking that a relationship or something good is going to come from this. Yeah, like. Yeah. neither one of y'all are even trying to get to know each other's name right now.
But that's when I'll be saying, like, I have had one night stands, but they might have started like that. To where I can at least see we got a connection. You can hold a conversation. It's not going to be awkward waking up to you.
Yeah.
That makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah. And maybe I'm not attracting or wasn't attracting assholes. I was just not realizing I was being approached with a penis.
Yeah.
Like,
and you going for it.
Yeah, right. And clearly that was all I was looking for.
That make the difference for sure.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. But
great talk.
You know, but I was gonna say, and once again, I got a number, we ended up texting for a little bit, but it didn't even go further than that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really okay with nothing has to happen.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so good with just experiencing life and having that. Like, even that's going to be a memory to me. Like, I
sometimes just talking is enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Especially because I think I had been over there like 6-7 months at that time.
By that time?
Yeah, so I hadn't seen a lot of Americans or nothing. So even having somebody that know what I'm talking about or my lingo or have stories from back in America made a huge difference. Like you said, just having that person to talk to.
Yeah.
And it's crazy being in New Zealand having that. That's an experience in itself. The fact that we're in New Zealand at a beach having this, that made it all a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, because when we went to London, we were talking to, I think it was our waitress. And she was just telling us like some of the stuff that she's going through. She was pretty young, but obviously nobody was hitting on nobody. But just the experience of having that conversation with her was like one to remember.
Yep.
So had I been there by myself and maybe interested in her or someone else, like that just would have been definitely something to like nobody went in with their body parts.
I'm in London. I'm having this conversation with
right.
I'm like, this and once again, it don't have to be big conversation, but the fact that you're not talking about the normal things.
Because it was really just about like her living situation. Like
we talked about that a little. Well, no, she was she had the van that she like glamping, like she had the bed set up back there. But she was like, "Come on in, you can climb in." So I took my shoes off. We just laying there chilling, talking. I'm like, and the sun was coming down. And I'm like, that's a motherfucking moment, man.
I would never hear.
And Tim was like, I don't want to interrupt, but
but I would never hear.
But that's what I'm saying. I was trying and doing this. What I'm saying, y'all, get out of the country, get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
I was doing so much, and I've always been okay with going up to women, but never had an experience like that. And I mean,
I need to fix my face.
That could make a difference. A lot of people say they like my smile, so I must do it a lot.
I don't smile, especially if I'm focused.
And even nice men will not approach.
Yeah, I'm very much like, especially if I'm goaling to get somewhere.
You really I'm focused.
You ain't even in my eyesight, so you could have saw me, but I don't see you, sir. And I mean, I guess it don't matter at this point, but. Maybe that's what I should have been doing.
Right. But once again, if you're single, this is my advice to you. If y'all married, go out and do that type of stuff. Like,
if you're married, smile at him.
Don't have the rest of it. But nah, for real, man, this life is too short. The world is too big, and you're not confined and isolated to one place. Unless you're the murderer and you're in prison, then your options is confined.
Be the murderer.
But even if you one of those people who can change it, like you get on a parole and get out, make sure you do something with it like that. Get out and experience this world. I'm telling you, dog. And once again, I don't think I would have had any of these experiences had I
gotten married.
And so that's why I like these perspectives, because you like.
Y'all heard him say, my life is great because I'm single and yours suck because you're married. Because that's all of that. Well, he could have just said it in one sentence.
No, because like you've traveled overseas with your whole family. You're living a great life too. It's just two different perspectives. So, it's just two different perspectives.
He just told y'all don't get married.
I mean, not until you are absolutely.
I actually agree. Don't get married until you know that that's what you want to do. Because I used to think single moms were like, that's got to be the worst life ever.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm talking to more single moms, I'm just like, damn, you like really living.
They be living their best life.
Like, you out here.
I have had some single moms, and I'm like, y'all. Once again, when your kid's not around, you
Right. Yeah,
you don't forget
like,
you a sexy woman.
And you don't, not that I'm like complaining, but you don't got to answer to nobody. You can get up and go whenever you feel like it. Yes, if you dropping the kids off with baby daddy, then you got to communicate with him. But that's the extent of that. Like, don't be ashamed to be a single mom. I feel like that there's this terrible stigma on single moms.
I do believe that, but that's because people not really.
Yeah, I think the people who be saying this stuff don't know the stuff that they talk. Like, you don't know any single moms, which is why you're saying, oh, or
because I've seen like a lot of men, they'll talk shit like that, but you out here making single moms.
Right. Like, you must love single moms. To a woman. All you can make is a single mom.
You can't commit, but the problems ended up where she's a single mom. That doesn't mean she's a terrible woman, or I'm not saying some women are.
Yeah, obviously you have your bad apples.
And I've met some amazing women who have kids, and that's why I'm like, I can look. I mean,
men crack me up, bro. Men crack me up. You talking shit about single moms? We made kids, and all you can make is a single mom. And we the problem, or are they the problem? Because I'm not a single mom. I just threw myself in there.
Right, we the problem. So you try to confess something. She the problem, y'all. She the problem. But the first step is admitting. That's what they say.
I have a problem. I want to be a single mom. Just kidding.
Nah, these conversations.
I do envy single moms.
Really?
I do. Martinique was over and she was telling me about some stuff that's going on with her and this guy that she's dating. And even though it was drama for her, I'm just like.
Maybe you do like drama.
I do like drama. I mean, it wasn't like bad drama. It was like her sex life stuff, so it wasn't like.
But
bad
I've heard like. Well, I haven't heard. I've seen the difference. Like, I've seen single moms who are just miserable and they are struggling. But I've also seen single moms who are thriving. But I think it's the ones who choose to just embrace it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I know I'm still that dial.
I think if you are not a happy single mom, you are just dwelling on the fact that you're not with the kid's dad.
Yeah.
Or you are just not putting your best foot forward because.
To be your best self.
Yeah, it's hard being a parent, period. Having a partner does not make it easier. Trust me, it does not make it easier, especially if he ain't the right person for you. Right. Because I've heard that too. If he ain't doing nothing to actually help, if he ain't doing nothing to actually help you and he just in your house, that's worse than being there by yourself. Like, I think everybody can make life good if you want to. We got to stop complaining so much. I'm about to go home and start complaining. Start throwing some shit around and complain.
So there.
Don't die. We got about 50,000 more episodes.
Way more coming at you, for sure. Because these conversations, and I love cerebral, provoking.
If you say cerebral one more time,
I can't just say.
No.
All right. I like these brain provoking conversations.
Speak to me like I'm a dummy.
And it actually is good because these are a lot of conversations we have had to see your perspective on things.
You and I actually have never talked.
Not deeply for real.
And I'm gonna be honest. With you and Darnell, I'm kind of scared to talk to y'all because I didn't want y'all to know how wild I am. but it's like I got 4 kids and y'all know where kids come from.
But as wild as you think you are, just imagine what I've been doing. And especially all of us being over 30 now. Like, we've experienced completely different lives in different ways and things like that. So I'm interested to find out. Yeah.
Because I really was like, I don't want to tell them nothing. Like, even when we were trying to do the podcast, I was like...
Oh, that's how you were feeling then?
But then I was just like, you know what, I gotta
talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And this is kind of sort of a therapy.
It is. You are the worst therapist ever. You
Probably,
laugh way too much.
Probably. And I'm just about to bag about being single again.
I sincerely could never be a therapist because I will laugh at you.
I feel like my laughing is trying to make you feel better about it. Because
will.
I have heard from a lot of people I'm able to just simplify things.
No, I'm not going to laugh with you. I'm going to laugh at
that's
you.
rude. You never become a therapist.
You did what?
You said earlier in the episode, people said you should be a therapist?
My therapist said I should be a therapist.
Listen, they just throwing out degrees.
Clearly. Because I'm not sure you should have one, sir.
She is the wrong person to have.
No, I'd be a good one.
But this has been fun, and we definitely got more episodes, more shit coming to you. So go out in the world, think differently, change your perspective, and
find a black woman. A whack woman. find a black woman.
Change your life. That's the quote of the week.
Hey.
And always remember,
he smoke, she don't.
Stay token.
Because weed smoke. Weed smokes. Weed stinks.
Did you do that last week?
Yes.
Too?
It's time for me to go. Weed
That's
smokes.
how good it was. This is where the outro music will come or something.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I said she smoke, she don't. Tell me, do you want to talk? If you don't, then you don't.
Weed stinks.
Don't say it will if you want. Yeah, it is.